How you doing, everybody? Bruce here. Stock Markets with Bruce. Nice to see you all. I'm glad you could make it today. Welcome to Friday, July the 2nd, 2021, the weekend of July 4th. Congratulations, America. Canada Day was yesterday. Way to go, Canada. And it's been a hot couple of days, hasn't it, folks? The heat wave in Creston, where I am, where Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen hang out, thankfully, we are over, quote, the worst of it. At this moment in time, we actually have a 66-degree temperature outside, which we haven't had 60s for over a week now, even in the middle of the night. We've been in the 70s and the mid 70s. But we're expecting to reach a high today of 95. That's down 10 degrees from a couple of days ago. And for the rest of the next 10 days, we're going to be in the 90s. So we'll take this off. We'll take this as a cooling off period. For Creston, still unbelievable, beautifully warm. I mean, really right up there. Dangerous for the elderly and for the weak. You must be careful with regard to hydration. And they are throwing warnings up all over the place here to really watch yourselves because the sun is at the highest angle of the year, and we're just not used to it. It's like taking a province of 4,000 people and putting them instantly in Arizona and going, okay, handle the local weather here with no experience. There are people who make mistakes, and thankfully we're staying indoors. Jennifer and I, we stay inside. We get the air conditioning running. Everything is great. I've noticed in the last since last night, the air conditioning actually cuts off, rests a while, then comes on, then shuts off. It's having no trouble keeping the house cool. That's good news. We're happy about that. We're watching right now reports coming out of the U.S. with regards to the U.S. jobs report. We just heard 850,000 jobs were apparently created in the latest reporting period. The non-farm payroll data showing U.S. economy added 850,000 jobs. And we've got NASDAQ up 54 points in the pre-market here. We've got S&P up about 3.95. We have the Dow showing a loss of 7 points. So the two of the indexes, the Dow and the S&P, are really unchanged, and NASDAQ up 50. The number isn't like blew the doors off of everybody, but it wasn't a disappointment. The call was to be about 700,000, 750,000 jobs. 850, okay, that's good. It's not a disappointment. The unemployment rate is showing officially at 5.9%, which is 1/10 higher, probably because of seasonal adjustments. And that's typical because, of course, this time of the year, all the students are coming out of school. And of course, every year you have a certain number of graduates, and these graduates now enter the workforce. And so the U.S. government begins to adjust going forward its number of people that are eligible to work versus not. And so you get these slight adjustments. But 850,000 is not going to hurt this market, I don't believe. May not help it a lot, but it's not going to hurt it. And that's a good sign. Interest rates are down. The 10-year note is a little bit lower this morning, into that 1.45 neighborhood. So that's a good sign. About a month ago, the markets were freaking out when the 10-year note was indicating 1.6 to 1.7. And people were thinking, oh my God, we're going back to the 1970s where we're going to have 18% interest rates in no time, because the 10-year treasury went up 0.1%. That didn't last long. So that freak out has calmed down. Inflation is still the talk of the town, so to speak, but the central bank has got it right as far as I'm concerned. The economy is trying to reopen in the United States, and you're going to have, not only in the U.S., the economy is opening everywhere in the world, but when you have a reopening economy globally, it's not perfectly smooth across the board. You're going to have glitches here and there, supply delivery issues here and there. That's what happens. It's like kind of starting an engine after it hasn't been running for a while. It kind of and it finally kicks. Not all 8 cylinders are firing up right away, but after a while it warms up and it smooths out, and we're ready to go. So we'll see what happens. Other interesting talk that's coming up. I'm not surprised to hear it, but I'm noticing how now this is becoming sort of uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Traditional media is now picking up on this story. We've been talking about it here for about 2 or 3 months now, maybe longer. I know I've been talking about this for, gosh, almost, I don't know if it's a year, but I've been talking about this a long time. And that is the talk about the fact that people are job searching in record numbers. Employees of companies are not generally or necessarily satisfied and or eager to go back to the old ways and the old life. If anything has been learned with regard to this pandemic, is that a lot of people who've had time at home, who forced to be here, what have you, they've had a lot of time to spend with their significant other. They've had a lot of time alone, being single, for whatever reason, never married or divorced or separated, what have you. People have had time to reflect on what it is they're about, especially moms and dads, adults with children. There's been a lot of reflection here going on in the last year, and a lot of, I think, deep, heartfelt discussions within and with others to really determine what is the meaning of life, what is our family's objective, what are we really about here, and this makes total sense. Where a lot of people had been just wound up with surviving back in 2019, 2020, to just get up every day, go. People are now going, wait a minute. That life is that's not what I wanted to have happen in my lifetime. It's not what we wanted as a couple. It's not what we wanted as a family. We're just running our butts off with no direction, and we're not in control of ourselves. We're letting our employer control us and our lives rather than we control our own lives. We're living to work rather than working to live. And or yeah, I guess that's what it is. So everything we've got goes to our employer, and nothing is coming back other than enough money every month to survive another month. And this has just turned a lot of people off, and it's just made a lot of folks go, no, none of this crap. I'm not going to do this anymore. I want to change my life and my world. And so a lot of you out there, and I commend you, are looking for ways to alter your future, and tilt the playing field a little more in your direction. And the good news for many Americans and Canadians and other countries is that employers are scrambling to get employees. And if you're 35 to 55 years of age, you are in right now the prime of your life with respect to experience and skill level. If you're 35 years old, you graduated school maybe 8-10 years ago, you've now got 8-10 years experience in the workplace, you are at the top of your game, the top of your endurance, the top of your mental capacity to really deliver results for any employer that hires you. Employers know it. They really try to recruit, these kinds of candidates when they do replace candidates. But right now they're beginning to figure out, oh my gosh, just offering these people a check and a health care plan that's $800 a month with limited coverage isn't good enough anymore. And there are people out there whose health has been imperiled, or they have had personal experience of relatives and friends that they know intimately, who have they've gone through the ringer when it comes to health issues in the last year and a half, and they've all found out, many have found out, that the so-called healthcare plan that they had through their employer or what have you is worth butkus. They're realizing that there's no coverage for what they needed coverage for. And some folks have decided, during this downturn, I'm going to get this looked after, I'm going to get that looked at, I'm going to get healthy again. And they're realizing they have no coverage for what it is they thought they had coverage for, that they've been paying through the nose for through deductions. And people have had enough. And there are serious questions being raised about the quality of life and what am I doing this for? And who am I really working for? Am I working for me, or am I working for a health insurance company? Am I working for an employer who funds me so I can pay my health insurance, which is useless? All of these questions are coming up. And of course, the commute to the office, the commute back home, the stress of overbearing managers and unrealistic targets to set for work objectives. People are just going, no, I'm out of this game. Some folks are literally stepping back going, I'm better off. I'm going to be happier and better off if I work part time as a consultant in the field I'm in from my home. And I'll even work part time at a local Starbucks just to get out of the house. And I'll work 10 hours, 15 hours a week on the side. And I'll have new friends at the coffee shop and customer interaction. And I get nice benefits and a nice little paycheck there. And then I have my little 20 hours a week, 30 hours a week of consulting work that I'm happy to do, but I'm not going into the 60-hour a week crap anymore. I'm out of this game. A number of you also watching me are going, Bruce, is there a way you can help me not go back to work? Can you help me? Can you help me to the point where theoretically I could be my own employee, manage my own investments, and not have to go back to the 60-hour lifestyle that I had before? Because when you add it all up and you tally it all up, you realized that 2 years ago, year and a half ago, you were getting up at 6 in the morning, and your entire focus from 6 in the morning till 6 at night every day at least was getting the house organized to get everybody on their way, kids and everything else, getting yourself to your office, doing the work you had to do, surviving all that crap, and getting back home and now being the parent and the responsible person you're supposed to be, and then desperately trying to find some sleep time to get up the next morning at 6 and do it all over again. And you've realized, no, I'm not doing this anymore. This is not a quality of life that I subscribe to. Yet it was the American way. It was the way that everyone told me you had to do it. This is the way you had to do it. This was success. And a lot of you are going, what is this? This is crap. This isn't success. This is a prison sentence. I have, from here to here, back to here, run around, do my chores. Weekends are all booked up with all kinds of stuff I had neglected all week long to do. I have no alone time, no recovery time, no mental well-being time. This is crap. And a lot of you have realized during the week these days, I can go for a walk. I can go for a bike ride. I can talk on the phone to a friend. I can email, text. I have time to de-stress. I can take a yoga class online in my house. So many of you have figured out another life, and you want to continue it, and God bless you for it, because you don't want to go back to the rat race you had before. It totally makes sense to me. So employers are having a tough time, and they're trying to offer now bonuses and flexible schedules and stuff they should have been doing in 18, 19, and 20, if not the last 15 years. But again, to be fair to the employers, how did they know that there was going to be a worldwide pandemic out of left field? They didn't know. They didn't know that from January to March, April, everything would be shut down, including themselves, that they couldn't even leave their homes. How did they know? How could they know? So, okay, fair enough. But this is the new world. And apparently the one profession where hiring is at an unbelievable pace, an industry that is desperately trying to hire people, are headhunters, recruiters. Employment agencies are desperate to hire people to help people help employers find people to work, which I find ironic. I mean, it's just hilarious. And a lot of these folks are being told you can work from home. So you can work from home as a headhunter to get other people to work for other companies. Good luck with that. Very interesting how this is all coming together. This morning, the other bit of news that just came across my sight lines in the last 30 minutes, and it just reaffirms my position even further. A number of you ask me all the time, and I love you guys. I love you guys. You ask me whatever you want to ask me. A lot of you ask me questions about stocks. What do you think of this stock? What do you think of this stock? And from time to time, you've asked me about companies that are trading on the markets in the USA, and they are based in China. You ask me about NIO and these other stocks, whether they're in the car business, the tech business, or whatever they're in, and I give you a pretty quick negative response each and every time, because I do not trust the financials of any Chinese listed company whatsoever. And as far as I'm concerned, these guys are in business because their government lets them be in business. And as soon as a communist official high enough up has a gripe or doesn't get a payoff for a bribe or extortion, they make life incredibly difficult for these public companies, and it's impossible to dig into because these people are anonymous and no one will talk. The victims won't talk. They're afraid for their lives. They know that they're going to end up in the gulag if they in any way oppose Chinese officials. And so I avoid Chinese stocks left, right, and center. I just have no faith in them. I know that many of you are puzzled by that, perhaps, but there are so many. It's not Nokia. Sorry, not Nokia. The other Chinese one. I apologize. Whatever the company was, that the electric car company out of China. Anyway, I don't trust these guys. Not as far as I can throw them. And this morning, half an hour ago, surprise, surprise, did you happen to see the headline break out about, is it called Didi? Didi, I guess the Lyft and the competitor to Lyft and to the other delivery outfit that is run out of China. And the company's trying to go global with its business, delivering food, delivering goods, like a delivery entity. And that went public the other day. The company's not profitable. It is not expected to be profitable for at least 5 years. Every delivery made by that company inside China itself is a subsidized delivery by the government. The drivers are subsidized to work. The customers are subsidized to hire them. It's a business that has no business plan, has no profitable business plan at the moment. It is an impossibility, and yet they control 90% of the delivery business between people and goods in China. Why do they own 90%? Because the government lets them. There's no competition, because there is no competition in China. I mean, come on, get real. These are government-sanctioned, government-sponsored, and government-backed entities. And this particular entity just went public on the U.S. markets, which again blows my mind that Wall Street and American money, American investors are so stupid and so gullible to invest in a deal like this, where there is no upside here. These companies cannot make money in the true capitalistic way, and every bit of the business is a subsidized business. Well, this morning there's an announcement breaking on this Didi thing that the Chinese government, the cyber division, something is looking into the company's affairs. It got listed 2 days ago. I mean, geez. Welcome to the party, pal. But geez, I can imagine that maybe this nonsense had been suspected a while ago. But you notice that if you read through the prospectus of Didi, you'll find nothing with respect to the potential that a Chinese government authority might launch a full-blown investigation into the operation of this company. Gosh darn it. You think that maybe if they'd released that information in the prospectus, that maybe the underwriting wouldn't have worked out? Maybe that every single investor who invested in this thing, including pension funds, your pension funds, people, I am talking about American workers' pension funds, private and public, have invested into this Didi thing. All kinds of institutional investors are in this thing. And within 48 hours, 32 hours of listing, this thing's under investigation. As stock's off 10% right off the get-go today, it's in trouble. I do not trust these guys in any way, shape, or form. It is just ridiculous. And I'm speechless, and that's not often because, as a YouTube creator sitting in front of his computer in Creston, I can't be speechless because I'm the only one here. I have to talk or there's dead air. I can't believe it. I'm just blown away by this. But then I'm not blown away. I'm blown away at the audacity of it, but I'm not blown away at all by the entire episode. And I just cannot emphasize enough. Sometimes the most money you can make in the market is by not making mistakes. That's one way you can make money in the market, is not blowing it. And buying into this kind of stock, you're blowing it. I'm just out now telling you, you are putting money on the line for risks you have no idea that are coming your way. That's the scary part about it. Really scary. Another thing that I noticed this morning, headline, just kind of passed through. I've been trying to find details on it. Can't find details on this headline yet. Of course, there's only so many hours in the day that I can research. But Jack Ma and his partner at Alibaba, they have pledged $35 billion of basically their stock of Alibaba for loans. And that is telling me that they are in big trouble. They are in huge, huge financial trouble. And this is the tip of an iceberg that, again, no one is talking about on CNBC over here. All they're talking about this morning are how expensive condos are in New York. That's the big story this morning. And that Bezos and Branson are going into space. Who gives a crap? Do you care if these guys go to space or not? What does it mean to you and me if these guys go to space or not? I don't give a crap. It's an 8-minute flight up and back. John Glenn did it in 1962. It's over. I don't care. It means butkus to any of us in our bottom lines. The cost of a condo in New York, I don't care. I don't have to care. This is meaningless to my lifestyle. But these little stories that are coming up, these little headlines about how Jack Ma and the other guy are putting up $35 billion of their ownership, that's telling me that Alibaba is number one in big trouble. Number two, their spin-offs might be in trouble. And number three, and this might be the real reason, why would these guys pledge their own stock for loan guarantees for this entity? And I think that the Chinese have said, enough's enough. You guys are out. These guys are, in effect, being made to cough up control of their entities to state-run banks who are run by senior communist government officials, and they've been extorted out. And I think that Jack Ma has been told that you can stay in your house and paint lovely pictures and pursue your little hobbies, but the price you're going to give up is that you're not a multi-billionaire anymore. You might be a millionaire now, but you're not going to be a multi-billionaire anymore. And the idea of you leaving this country for a business trip, you can forget about it. You're not leaving this country. You're not getting out. You don't have a passport. He's in prison. He's been arrested, and he's under house arrest without trial. And he's been encouraged to offer collateral, for loans by those in power, and he's decided to do it because he doesn't want his relatives arrested under sedition charges or any other traitor type charges, whatever they want to trump up, literally. This is what's going on behind the scenes, kids, out of China. Do not invest in anything through the Chinese corporations. You are absolutely risking unbelievable money. I cannot understand how time after time after time after time, these Wall Street guys who are pretty sharp people, who are very well connected, have private jets that can take them anywhere in the world and can send their advisors anywhere in the world, who have on the ground advisors in Hong Kong, Shanghai, Beijing, and any other Chinese city. They have advisors in Taiwan. They have advisors in Tokyo and in Singapore, you name it. They've got Asia covered. They have offices in Asia. And these guys are putting up American money from American investors to fund capital for these companies being run outside of communist China. It's just telling me and showing me this old man here in Canada that knows nothing apparently, how much cash is sloshing around, desperately looking for a place to go. And these guys are now so desperate to make money that they're happy and delighted to take public under multi-billion-dollar financial arrangements these Chinese government creations that are a front. They look like real public companies, but they're just a front for the communist officials to launder their capital and rape their people blind. These guys are assisting these guys. They're aiding and abetting, and they're using U.S. pension money and other institutional money and investor money to help do it. And time after time after time, we keep getting these reports of shady financials, unreliable, reports, instant, 24, like 180-degree spins on policy. If you're a Bitcoin holder, you're a crypto trader, you've had a hell of a couple of months. Have you ever seen the restrictions show up on crypto in the last 60 days? At light speed, absolute light speed. Turkey, dictator, you can't do it anymore in his town. China, out, dictators, you're gone. Other countries shutting off crypto. And China will exert their influence on other countries so that they won't allow crypto either. And it's not because the Chinese don't want the rest of the world to trade in crypto. What they don't want is their nationals who are desperately trying to get their assets out of China. They don't want them. They want to cut them off at the pass. They want to keep them imprisoned inside China's economy. They won't let them get their money out. And so the Chinese are looking at all kinds of leakage everywhere from all kinds of places where capital is fleeing the country because Xi, this so-called leader of China, who's a new dictator, he's got a term for life. By the way, he's never going to be reelected. This guy has a life term to run China. This guy and his henchmen don't have to go through any elections ever, and anyone who opposes him are in jail. These people want out. There are people who want out from these guys, and they know it. And so they're using the so-called national security laws to just shut everything down. Look at what's happening in Hong Kong. It is being shut down completely. And within 6 months to a year, it will be very difficult for any Chinese citizen to get on a plane anywhere unless it's within domestic China. They're not going to be allowed out. I can see where people for tourism will be allowed out, but it'll be like the son and the daughter. The daughter is married and they're going on a holiday to Canada. Yeah, they can go to Canada, but if they don't come back, mom and dad who are in China are arrested. And aunts and uncles are arrested. So the kids will come back. There's hostages back home that they can get their hands on. So there's an implicit way of making sure that, oh yeah, you're coming back. Don't worry about that. On the surface, though, it's like, they can go anywhere they can go. They can go on a holiday. They can go to Europe and spend money. Oh, it's all fine. That's all great. Yeah, well, think again. And don't think too much independently because that's not allowed here. You have to think along party lines. Anyway, I'm not a fan, and I know you get it. I know you get this. Anyway, there you have it with a quick recap of a couple of things here. Good news, the jobs report came out. Good news, it wasn't bad news. The Dow is now up 82 points on the pre-market. We have about half an hour to go. Yay. We have S&P up 12. We have NASDAQ up 73. So for the immediate moment of time, we're okay. DD shares are slid 9% in the pre-market on news. China's internet regulator to investigate its cyber security risks. That's code. That is code for it's possible that bribes have not been paid on time to certain officials, and they're clamping down on these guys. Folks, you can read, there's so much to read between the lines on this stuff. You might think that I'm exaggerating and just making this all up. Think what you like. But the history of these guys is consistent as all get up, and there is no mercy whatsoever. These so-called entrepreneurs are on paper millionaires, but in reality, their certificates are held in trust inside Chinese entities. They do not actually control their paper. There are ways to make them disappear and for the paper to transfer elsewhere due to crimes against the state. One of which is don't outgrow your britches and keep your yap shut and don't talk about China in any critical way or any way that's seen by officials in Beijing to be not enthusiastic enough about how great we are. Interesting. We'll watch for that as we do. Stocks that we like to follow. Let's talk about where we're at here. We have a few things going on. SOFI, so far this morning, is a little higher in the pre-market, but I wouldn't be jumping up and down at the moment, clicking my heels. We're up only 13 cents, 14 cents, 1839 on the volume of SOFI. 155,000 shares traded so far at this point in time. 23andMe at 11.19, up 19 cents on 5,000 shares only. That's not enough stock to get me excited. Happy to see a little bump, but this can be eliminated in a heartbeat upon opening. But that is what we've got. GameStop right now, 205.34, up 98 cents. It was at 207 about 10, 15 minutes ago, but we've only had 22,900 shares traded. GameStop has been a victim of complete a lack of volume this week. It has been an incredibly quiet week, and it's got me wondering, questioning whether the company's management have taken the week off and are enjoying the long weekend, or what the deal is. I don't know, but at the moment, incredibly quiet. Navsite Holdings $9.99, up a penny on 1,400 shares. Nothing at the moment to get excited about there. AMC, just to kind of see what they're up to, they're down 84 cents on 513,000 to 53.35 right now on the stock. Not doing much of anything at this point. VACQ, Vector Acquisitions, 11.16 a share, up 20 cents. They were at 11.20.25 just a few minutes ago on 11,000 shares. Nothing much in the way of volume, but definitely continuing to just inch along a little better. Fifth Wall Acquisition, FWAA, 12.25, up 29 cents this morning in the pre-market. Yesterday, the shares were as low as 11.86, as high as 12.35. Right now, 12.25 in the pre-market on 21,900 shares. So it might back off a little bit from time to time, and then it comes back on, and that's what we got. The U.S. trade deficit widens to the second highest level ever in May, apparently. That's a headline that just came out. We'll see how that affects the markets, if anyone cares. Gores Holdings, 15.98 was the close last night. And we're not showing anything at this point. There's virtually no volume, like 400 shares on the pre-market going. There's nothing trading at this point. No news, except we know July the 20th, in 18 days, the shareholder meeting will be held to become Matterport. And so that continues on unabated. That will definitely go through. SVAC, Starboard Value, up to 10.01. It was last night at 10.10. Even this morning, 10.10 for a moment in time. We only had 1,200 shares trade here. We know Starboard Value is going to become Cyxtra, Cyxtera, Cyxtra. We know that deal is going to happen. We are just waiting for the final declaration of the shareholder vote. But the stock in the last week or so has started to indicate to me that it's about to go. It wants to be let loose. So we'll keep an eye on that, as we always do. There's kind of a recap of some of the stocks that we're following. ATIP, let me take a look at that one if I can. ATIP is pre-market. No trades at this point. Closed last night at 9:42. We have no trading in the pre-market this morning. So at this point in time, we're basically unchanged. Let's see, what else have we got going here? Yeah, we've pretty well covered everybody. That's sort of it. The Dow up 85 points on the pre-market. We've got, hold on, no, there we are. We have that. Okay, and we have S&P up 12.5. We have NASDAQ up 80. Crude oil up 23 cents. It was down about 20, 30 cents a barrel. I have a feeling that crude has topped out. There was supposed to be an OPEC meeting yesterday. It got postponed regarding the possibility of production adjustments by some of the OPEC members. They postponed it. The July 4th weekend is this weekend. This is traditionally every year where gas prices go up in anticipation of the long weekend, and then for the rest of the summer we kind of tail off. Will be interesting to see how price of crude, the price per barrel, reacts. I have to say, though, that in Alberta, next door to this province, 75 American dollars for a barrel of crude translates into $90 Canadian for a barrel of oil. And in Alberta, $90 a barrel is money-making time. And I can imagine that there are a bunch of oil and gas companies in Calgary right now who are buying futures to lock in their production for the next year at around these prices. They would be silly not to be doing so. This will ensure that they have enough cash flow coming in over the next 12 months or longer to bring in capital at these kinds of levels, which they can count on with respect to their budgets. They could set budgets for their companies, hiring, maybe it's contractual hiring and or some drilling and maintenance work. This is a great stability thing for Alberta, obviously for the oil patch in the United States as well. Every U.S. oil company, I don't care if you're producing oil in North Dakota, out of Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, the Gulf, anywhere, California, wherever you're producing oil and gas, These kinds of prices are money-making kind of prices. And I have to imagine that literally every oil and gas company in the US as well as Canada are locking in these prices with futures purchases to guarantee that they can get these prices as producers for as long as humanly possible. I don't buy into the notion that we're going to go to $100 a barrel because somebody thinks so. There are some analysts out there, some so-called experts who are saying that there's a possibility oil could go to 100 a barrel. I think there is no possibility that oil can go to 100 barrel. I don't think there's a possibility oil can hang around here because there's too much of it. And I don't think the demand is as great as people are leading us to believe it is. We are hearing the odd story about, oh, there's a gas shortage, or their gas stations are closed in such and such a state, or such and such a state. That to me is not a shortage of oil and gas. That is an interruption of supply due to the fact there are not enough truckers available to move the product. The product is everywhere. Storage units are full of gas and oil reserves. I just have a feeling that the infrastructure is insufficient or is so poorly managed by a number of entities out there that they can't get their act together to deliver on time. And I think that's really what it is. It's not a commodity problem. It's not like we can't find oil. No, there's plenty, tons, millions of barrels, hundreds of billions of barrels locked into the ground that can't come out because we don't need it. The problem is the logistics of getting it from the ground to the refinery to a gas pump. That's where the problems are. And that is not a shortage issue. That is a business problem. And it could have a lot to do with the pandemic and the lack of employees. As I was just saying earlier, on-hand employees are hard to come by. And these companies, unfortunately, are going to have to pay more. And finally, employees have the upper hand when it comes time to negotiate a deal. Whereas up until a few years ago, all employees were made to feel lucky. You were lucky if you had a job with my company. You should kiss the ground we walk on as a company that we've taken you on to work with us. And that's the change that is taking place. And I think it's fantastic. I think the middle class of America deserves the best, and they're the hardest working core of the country. They are the heart and soul of America, and I think the heart and soul of America deserves a payoff, and for all the loyalty through all the decades. Absolutely. Canada too. I keep saying America. I really mean North America, all of it. And I guess the more wealthy lower middle class and middle class North Americans feel and believe they are getting, the more confidence the country has in doing what it's going to do. People have confidence in maybe buying a car or maybe repairing a vehicle now. Spending that $1,500 to get a vehicle repaired that you've been putting off for a year. The confidence of building out your home, replacing the old fridge or stove, or updating that bathroom, or whatever, the around the house you've been putting off stuff. Confidence of taking care of yourselves, going to the dentist and spending $5,000 on your teeth that you really need to work on this. Perhaps eye care, perhaps just a hip replacement, a knee replacement. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's just so many North Americans have been holding off maintenance on everything, and it's time to hopefully be able to do this and take care of business. That's what it's all about. Some of you are looking to get laser eye surgery so you can get rid of these kind of thing. I commend you. I had laser eye surgery about back in 2008. So for me, that's now 14 years ago. Because I suddenly found within a few years that I couldn't see distances anymore without putting on glasses. And when I put on glasses, I went, oh, wow, look how clear that is. So I had laser surgery done for that. And love it. I only wear these for short in, just close in, so I can see myself clearly on the screen, but also read the comments that you're writing and read the quotes as they're going by. These are just Costco reader glasses, folks. These are $6 a pair. You buy 3 at a time. $6 a pair reader glasses from Costco, and they last me about 6 months to a year per pair, and I chuck them and I get another pair. That's all these are, and everything else I don't need glasses for. I can see clear across the room, clear across to the mountains, as clear as a bell from the laser surgery. Some of you are looking to do this and have been holding off. Maybe now is the time, because capital and cash flow is such that you can do it. The confidence factor. Way to go, guys. We're 20 minutes away from the opening of the markets right now. The Dow is showing a gain of 80 points in the pre-market right now. We've got S&P up 12.5, NASDAQ up 80 at this point. We have oil up 24 cents a barrel. So that's a good sign. The Dow is at its highest level of the morning, apparently, and so we're happy about that. The 10 and 30-year Treasury yields have gone lower after better than expected June jobs. That's good to see. I'm happy to see it, happy to hear it. This is what you want. A rising employment pool means higher stock markets. It's all connected, people. I keep bringing this up from time to time. Those of you who watch me and you're learning about these markets and how the world is working, a better jobs report means more employees, people are working than expected to be working. I believe that the report, of course, is a backward-looking report. It's not, the future. It's this recent past. But I believe that what's also happening is a lot of Americans have figured out, and North Americans in total, have figured out they can work from home and they can work for cheaper. They can, in effect, be working for a full-time gig or several that add up to a full-time gig. They don't have to commute anywhere to get it. They don't have to spend a lot of money to do it. And they find that when they get their paycheck from this, when they get paid for their services, they realize that they have more money left over at the end of the after deductions and taxes are paid and everything else, because they are not spending as much to make the money. And this is where this commuting factor is coming in, and buying lunch at the office or going out for a Starbucks twice a day with a friend, a couple of office workers. A lot of people do not realize they're spending thousands of dollars a year to be at work. When they're working from home, they're not spending those dollars. They're now saving those dollars for maybe a once a week get together with some former coworkers or what have you at their leisure on maybe a Thursday afternoon at a neighborhood Starbucks or a neighborhood coffee shop or whatever they're doing. Or one of them has them over to their house. Why don't you come over to our place? We'll hang out in our rumpus room. And I got a cappuccino coffee maker here, or bring some Starbucks with you and we'll hang out at the house for a few hours and commiserate and visit. You're not spending thousands of dollars a year to get to work, to park your car or for transit and get back, gas and everything else, and the coffee breaks and the lunch and all of that. And you add it up and go, wow, that was after-tax money I was spending. That was after-tax money that I was spending. If I'm spending $100 a week, that's $5,000 a year after tax. I have to make $8,000 a year, $9,000 a year to spend that money every week at the office and to get there and back. All of a sudden, they're realizing, well, wait a minute, I only make $60,000 a year. I'm spending $8,000 a year net on 60 gross. That's ridiculous. Some of you who are making even more. You're making $100,000 plus a year gross, but you're only netting out $65,000, and you're spending $5,000 a year to get to the office and back, and to spend money while there. That's almost a tenth of your money that doesn't go to paying your bills. That just goes to being an employee of the firm that is supposedly paying you to come in. You're now not spending that from home. That's a surprise to a lot of you. It's $100 a week more in your pocket that you didn't realize. And after 10 weeks, you go, here's $1,000 lying around here. Where did that money come from? And then you do the math and you go, oh, I know where this is coming from. And all of a sudden you multiply that by 5 times a year. That's $5,000 a year being saved up that can either go into your retirement additionally, or we're going on a holiday every year for $5,000 a year of my husband and I, or the kids, or we're doing a road trip, or whatever we're doing with this money is a lifestyle upgrader for us. Isn't that what life's all about? Congratulations, each and every one of you, for this. Well, there you have it. We're about 15 minutes away from opening the doors. Let's see what this market wants to do, and let's see what's going to happen here. Thank you for being here. Apparently, there's an upcoming announcement regarding a GameStop logo of some kind. We'll keep an eye open for that. We'll see what's going on. Oil is $75.25. That's what it is, down 2 cents now. I wish my glasses were $6. Upcoming GameStop logo announcement, interesting. GameStop is 205.06, up 70 cents. What else is going on? Efficiency is important. Yes, it is. It'll be $200 a barrel by the end of 2022. I don't think so. Canada has all the oil America could possibly want for the next 50 years. Canada is drowning in it. The East Coast offshore, Alberta, British Columbia, Saskatchewan, the oil sands. We have oil. 200 a barrel. Canada would be the richest country in the world. It would just be unbelievable. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't see that happening. Not with North Dakota production and other shale production. So much oil can be extracted now from U.S. property that couldn't before. Now, maybe with new environmental rules, Biden will make it a little tougher here or there. Fair enough. But still, where you're allowed to drill, oh my gosh, is there oil? It's unreal. Compared to the 60s and 70s when we were told doomsday scenarios that the planet was 10 years away from running out of oil back in the 60s and 70s. We were actually told that by government officials, industry officials were bragging about it, that oil is going to run out in 10, 15 years. And you better preserve now. It's just laughable. And they kept selling 8-cylinder passenger cars like no tomorrow. People were buying Ford Broncos and Explorers with the worst mileage you could ever imagine, because these things were so cheap to make, and Ford is making a killing on the margins. The Suburbans were flying off the shelves at GM dealers, and the Cadillac SUVs were flying off the shelves, and we're running out of oil. Yeah, right. It wasn't happening. That is so hilarious. Yep, DoorDash killed those savings for me, laughing out loud. I'm not spending money getting to and from work and spending money at the office anymore for those lunches. I'm now spending it on DoorDash. Oh, I see. Oh, no. Bruce, B Fitz. Bruce, my wife did the opposite. She worked from home for 2 years. She just got a government job, lifelong dream, and has to drive 1.2 hours each way into the city. I don't get it. No flexibility now. Unless the job is so stimulating, I don't get it either. I think I'm pretty sure she is in the minority, because a vast majority of people are realizing, hey man, I can work remotely, and that means I don't have to work from here anymore remotely. A lot of folks out there are realizing I don't have to be in my house and my apartment to work remotely. If I'm going to work remotely, I can choose the locale from where I'm going to do this. And for some of you out there, and I'm not saying just when I say some, I mean millions of Americans and Canadians collectively, you're buying an RV. You guys are going completely remote. You are going nomad remote. The selling off of your crap of 10, 20, 30 years is being done. Garage sales are being held. Yard sales are being held. Homes are being sold and not being repurchased. Complete reorganization of lives is being done, where a number of you are saying, we want to be nomads on the road for between 2 and 5 years. For the next 2 to 5 years, we don't want to be in a house. We want to be on the road. We're going to be in an RV. We're going to be in a fifth wheel with a pickup truck. We're doing an Airstream. Whatever turns your crank, whatever you're doing. And a lot of you are doing it that way. And you are traveling throughout the U.S. perhaps aggressively, and many of you are not. Many of you are deciding we're going to spend 2 months or would it be like 5 months of the year in Florida for the winter time. We're going to be 5 months in Florida, and it might be in one campground. It might be on one lot, RV lot. It might be on 5 different RV parks, 1 month each. You decide. And others you guys are going to Slab City in California for free, BLM land in the West, whatever works for you. And you're taking all the equity you can out of your stuff, and you're piling that into a bank account, and you're looking at investing in the market, and you're asking me, is there a way you can help us maximize the return of this capital while we're not using it for the house anymore? This was the house equity. Can you help us build this house equity while we're on the road? Because we both have jobs, but we're now working our jobs remotely. And it could well be that you're in an RV park where There's internet access at the clubhouse where they have working pods that you can utilize, or you're grabbing your pickup truck and leaving the RV park, heading for the local Starbucks for a couple hours a day and having a latte and doing some work at a Starbucks remotely on their internet. And then you're back to the rig and doing some work there and enjoying the pool and company of neighbors and living this world and trading your assets and managing your assets as I'm helping you do, and changing your lives completely. That's one extreme. But there are others where folks are going, we're leaving Pennsylvania and we're moving to Arizona, or we're moving to Texas, or we're moving to Georgia, or whatever. And maybe it's to be closer to mom and dad, grandma and grandpa. We're moving within 20 miles we're 15 miles away from grandma and grandpa in Tampa, or in Orlando, or in wherever in Florida or Georgia or the Carolinas, because now the kids can hang out with grandma and grandpa a lot more. Mom and dad get to see grandma and grandpa. The grandma and grandpa get to see their kids and grandkids. And you're in a warmer climate, because again, it doesn't matter where you are located. As long as you have internet, you can fulfill your obligations. And some of you have realized, yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of this rat race area here. No need. I don't want winter anymore. I want perpetual summer, or I want a more moderate climate from winter extremes. Whatever turns you on, it's all there for you. Interesting how this is going. Anyway, there you go. Saw a post this morning, NTPC Vash. Saw a post this morning where they responded to someone teasing that maybe an announcement was coming regarding the logo already. And Dana is saying NTPC 1829 is great. This is SOFI, I believe. I'm waiting for it to dip back into the 17s. Always stubborn. T-Bone, 991 watching and only 320 thumbs ups. Let's go, people. Well, this was a while ago. This is 6 minutes ago. Let's see. How many thumbs ups have we got now? 367 have come in so far. Thank you for 367 thumbs ups, guys. If you can get me to 500 before we open, that would be beautiful. We have 8 minutes till the opening. Hit the thumbs up button for us, and let's get some momentum to the show today on a very quiet day, I expect. The Friday before the long weekend, July 4 long weekend. I'm shocked that there are 1,000 of you here. I'm pleasantly pleased. I'm delighted, but I am shocked that actually 1,000 of you are here. Welcome one, welcome all to the show today in my channel. Kev, when we all have Teslas, they can raise it to 1,000 a barrel while we point and laugh at our car drives past the gas stations. There you go. Yes, indeed. T-Bone, that done. You betcha. We have no communists in the USA, just manipulated stock markets. I'm very confused. Let's see here. Let's see. What else are we going on here? Thank you, everybody, for popping through here. Splair says, I have glasses that cost me around 150 euros 2 years ago, and I managed to sit on them some weeks ago so that they get broke. Happily, Filament could repair it for free. So lucky I bought them. They're good for you. I know Costco has got a really good program for eyeglasses and eyeglass care and stuff. But I'm just so grateful I had laser surgery that I only need these readers. I'm so happy that I was able to do that. Let's see. I miss my Jetta TDI, turbo diesel, at 40 miles a gallon. Yeah, those are a thing of the past now, unfortunately. Here, look at this. Baking. For the past 20 years, my dad has spent 4 hours a day driving to and from his job. Lost time, lost family time, lost opportunity, lost work time. But, you know, to each his own. You can't fault them. My father was a traveling salesman behind the wheel of a Chevy Biscayne in the 60s. He made a fortune as a traveling salesman, but it meant many days away from the house. Mom and dad, he had to do the hotel thing, the motel thing, I guess, way back when. But boy, did he make a lot of money. But those were the days you could do that as a salesman. What can I say? What can I tell you? Yeah, some friends like to work somewhere else because they see their friends at lunch, for example. But for me, this is nothing. Workplace relationships are everything to people. And I get it. I had some of my dearest friends, some of my most enjoyable moments in my life were with my coworkers, of course. team members and all of that, sure. But then again, not everybody had that experience. I met a lot of people in my lifetime from my 20s all the way to now who hate their jobs, who hate their coworkers, or certainly they have coworkers as friends, but the boys upstairs, the people just ahead of them, the guys and the girls, they have no love for those folks, and it's the same way on the way down. There's a line you do not cross. You hang out with these people, you do not associate with those people, and the same vice versa. What a sad existence that has to be. Anyway, what can I say? John is saying, good morning, everybody. We're 4 minutes away from opening up. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, everybody. Glad to have you here. Glad to see you. Welcome one, welcome all. Yeah, what's going on? Yep, here we go. The storm. Bruce is talking about me right now. I am making my 2021 summer nomad plans right now. There you go. I have been traveling like a loon, says Freethinker. Yeah, Bruce, I want a yacht to live in. Hopping in an RV in 30, Bruce, I'm late, but I'm here. Dave, welcome. Uncle Bruce, I want a private island. Oh, wow, yeah. Hey, Dana, welcome all to the channel, and welcome to welcoming everybody here. This is great. Nice to see you all. Traveling is a spice of life. Here we go. Can we convince Bruce to wear a Rastafan hat with dreadlocks? He definitely needs a halo. Laugh out loud. Rent an RV and work remotely reminds me of Breaking Bad. There you go. Yeah. I remember a couple. I remember visiting a couple when I was an asset manager. Well, I was doing my offshore work, the Cayman Islands, and then after we moved out of the Caymans to the U.S., I was doing a lot of consulting with my partner, who was a lawyer in Canada. And once in a while, a couple that we were working with, they were coming with their RV down to Palm Desert. They're coming down to the desert, and they would spend the winter down there, like 4 months. And I'd go to the RV park to visit them, and we'd walk around the RV park. They'd kind of show me around, and I'd never experienced anything like this before. This is back in 2005, and we would walk around. They say, "Yeah, we bought the lot that we're on. We bought this lot, 8 years ago, and we rent it out when we're not here, so it brings in income, and it basically pays for itself. And then we use it for 4 months of the year. And of course, they had all the hookups, and they had a little tool shed, like a little shed with their barbecue and their lawn chairs and all that stuff in it that they kept there. And then they showed me around. They had the big clubhouse, and they had the giant series of swimming pools, and some were for kids, some were for adults only. Then had the hot tubs. They had all the indoor facilities you could want, fully air conditioned. They had an on-site restaurant there. They had the little corner type store on site for anything you want. Very impressive. And they say, "Oh yeah, everything we need, anything we need is pretty well here. We rarely have to leave the property, but we love to hop in friends of ours. Some of them here have a vehicle, and we'll get together. Maybe two couples will hop into an SUV, and they'll go to the Costco. And say, yeah, we go to Costco, and we pick up stuff there, and then we divvy it up between the two couples. So they'll buy a big, giant thing of whatever, and they'll cut it out. Figure out, you take half, we take half. And they do that like once a week, and it's like an outing. It's a social thing. And I'm going, man, have you guys got it going on? Has this world ever changed? Oh my gosh, this is 15 years ago. This is a long time ago, 16 years ago. And it's only gotten better and better. Now you've got wireless, Wi-Fi everywhere, where you can literally live in a place like this and work remotely, either in your unit, under your own umbrellaed table, in the morning, in the shade, or what have you. Go for a walk, a bike ride, however active you are, and do a few more hours of work, and then hit for the pool or do some shopping and running around, whatever you need to do. I mean, it's a new world. This is the new camping. Interesting. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're a minute away. We're getting ready for the opening, and let's see how we do, what's going on. We're here because we love you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, guys. I love you guys, too. Thank you so much. A lot of you have joined this channel as members. Man, we have a record number, just so you know. Right now, we have never had more members of this channel than we have right now. This is an absolute record of people who are members of this channel, and I am so grateful to those of you who do this. I really, really appreciate it. Jen is blown away, and we're about to start classes. It's going to be exciting. We're opening here. The bell is ringing, so we're up on it. We're going, babes. What's going to happen? Are we going to see any upside today? We're going to see some green or what? What's going to happen? The Dow is showing a 57-point gain. S&P up 12. NASDAQ up 63. Oil down 32 cents a barrel. I've got GameStop right now at 204.23, showing a gain of just 34 cents. Waiting to see how we start the day off here. We've got SOFI at 1832, up 7 cents on 591,000 shares on the first opening salvo trade here. We've got ATIP at 942, unchanged. I don't know if it's trading yet. AMC down 217 to 5205. Gores showing 7,000 volume on 1582, down 16 cents. We'll see if that holds much longer at that level. ME, a 23andMe on 41,000. I'm assuming this is an open trade. I think it is. Up 19 cents to 11.18 on 23andMe. Fifth Wall is up a penny. Vector is up 16 cents to 11.12 on 51,000. Yep, that's up this morning. Navstar is sitting at $10, up 2 cents. And Starboard value sitting at 10.08 at the moment, unchanged. But I'm not sure if this is accurate. I'm showing 680 volume. We'll see how that settles in after a few minutes. Got to give the market a little bit of time to start the ball rolling. Dave, you've got it. Bells are ringing to start the day. We're here. A lot of Canadians taking the day off. A lot of Americans taking the day off. Yep, I think you're right. Give Bruce those thumbs ups. I do hope you can do it. Thank you, Donnell. Thanks, Uncle B. You deserve it. Thank you. I have an idea what I'm doing, but any advice is appreciated. Welcome, Seth. Pete, with the number of shares, you should probably be looking at the upcoming classes. Good morning from Pat. Bring us some green this day and bolster the fireworks display this weekend. Good morning, Bruce from Samwell. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Your kind words. I hope you're going to have a great weekend this weekend and see some friends and family. Just is it going to get back to more normal? Let's hope so. And also those of you who are changing your lives, I commend you. Kayla, good morning, everybody. Hi, Kayla. Those of you who are going to change your lives and in the middle of doing it have already done it, I commend all of you. It's hardly taking a chance when you're taking it on yourself. I mean, come on. You look in the mirror and go, it's me, man. I know what I'm doing. I can do this. And you're depending on yourself to do what you need to do, make it happen, and take the step, take the leap, and you'll be fine. I'm so excited for so many of you who tell me your plans and what you're trying to do and what you're up to. It's incredible. Anyway, there you go. Brent is saying, seriously, Bruce, you have that speaker back there. There's that speaker and there's that speaker. You got that right back there. Can't you just play some Pink Floyd, maybe like Money or something like that? I mean, can't you do that? Don't want to break any copyright rules. Don't want to get suspended for that. 202.99 on GameStop. 202.05 right now is where I'm showing it. 203.02 now, down $1.34 on GameStop. Very quiet this morning. SoFi 1843, up 18 cents on 932,000 shares. ATIP is down 7 cents on 2,700 volume. AMC down $1.72 to 52.50. We got Gores now 13 cents off at 15.85. 10,000 shares. Very quiet opening. 23andMe 1114, up 14 cents on 47,000 shares. Fifth Wall acquisition is up a penny to 11.97. Vector acquisition up 21 cents to 11.17. Navsite 10.04, up 6 cents. Nice to see that. A little pop there. 7,900 volume. There's nothing for sale here. SVAC 10.08. It's unchanged at the morning. We've got Vanek Vectors up $1.13 now, $2.59. Home Depot up 63 cents. IBM down 26 cents. The Dow up 65 points. Microsoft up $2.42. Apple up 95 cents. Tesla up $9.80. And we've been waiting for we've been waiting for the number of vehicles that they were going to deliver, and Tesla reported 201,250 vehicles were sent out to customers in the second quarter, more than double a year ago. So that's more than double the volume from a year ago. So Tesla shares are higher this morning by 905. This was not bad news for Tesla. Very good. Bed Bath & Beyond. 3203 down 61 cents. BlackBerry down a nickel. We have Royal Caribbean down 46 cents to 85.43. Norwegian down 39 cents to 29.12. We have Carnival down 42 cents to 25.94. So Carnival is the loser today with almost a 2% drop. Norwegian is the second biggest loser percentage-wise. And then Carnival is just down 39 cents, not even half a point, but it is, all three are down today so far. Amazon up 11.9 dollars, $11.90, $3,444. Facebook down $1. Google up $15 a share. That's what we have going on at the moment. 1847 on SOFI. The high of the day was 1853, so we're right up here on a million volume right now on SOFI. Reports coming out and articles I'm reading about SOFI. I keep looking for anyone that's talking about SOFI and what are they saying. And there's a lot of there isn't like negative press on SOFI. It's not like there's like we used to see on GameStop. Every article we ever read on GameStop was negative. SOFI, it's kind of mixed or positive. There are those out there who are saying this is a screaming buy, and there are others who are saying this is a great buy for the long run, for like a year or two or three. It is a great acquisition because they believe in the growth curve of SOFI, where they really understand and they really have bought into just how far SOFI could really go. And they acknowledge that there are a couple of brokerage firms who have given $25 and $30 targets, but they're also talking about the guy running this company, Nolo, the guy running the firm who used to run Twitter and other entities. They really like him. Apparently the morale at the company has surged since he took over from the previous guy who was ousted in 2017. So in the past 3-4 years, the company's entire in-house vibe has really gone positive, has really gone, up nicely. The board of directors are really pumped up about this company's prospects. The investors, the backers, the employees, they are all on board with the vision of the company and its leaders. $18.50 a share, by the way, right now we're up 26 cents, $18.51. And that's a great sign. When you hear that, you read those kinds of stories that there is not a lot of internal strife going on. It is a unified team effort to take this company higher, and they're delivering on the bottom line, and they are making money, and they're expanding into various areas of online banking, and it's working. You have the recipe for a company to do incredibly well. And this is why it looks to me like there's no turnover expected with management. No one is leaving this company. Nobody wants to quit. And that tells you something too, that when you can't steal people from a company because they don't want to leave, you know that they know they're into a real good gig here. And SOFI seems to be the consensus that I keep getting from time to time, like from all these articles I'm reading. 203.21 on GameStop now. 203.21 down $1.15 a share. That's it. Not a bad day on GameStop. Kind of a quiet opening. No drop off. See how it goes. 1848 on SOFI, 932 down a dime on ATIP, AMC down 236. The big weekend is upon us for AMC. This is the big movie going weekend tonight, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. AMC should generate cash. I just don't know how many movies are coming out that are going to generate the big box office payoff. That I don't know. We'll wait for that, I guess, on Monday or Tuesday. We'll find out. But I'm sure there are a lot of people on pins and needles hoping and watching for AMC's performance this weekend regarding movie ticket sales and so on, occupancy levels and all of that. Gores is down 4 cents. $15.94 on Gores. Was as low as $15.82. It is now $15.94, the high of the day, down 4 cents on 13,000 shares. So there is no selling. There is no sell wave in front of us on Gores. There's no massive block of stock trying to get out. No, there's nothing going on. It's quiet. Any kind of nibbling on the stock will make it go higher, and it's just about even now. Up 6 cents on 23andMe to 11.06. Up 1 penny on Fifth Wall. Up 24 cents on Vector Acquisition now to 11.20. 147,000 shares traded. Up 6 cents on NavSite. 8,000 traded though. That's it. Only 8,000. There's nothing for sale here. SVAC is unchanged at 10.08. At this point, I got nothing at this moment to talk to you about. There's nothing I can tell you. That's what I have on some of the stocks we follow here the most. Welcome one, welcome all to the channel today. I'm glad you're here, and I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. And I thank those of you who have become members of this channel. Those of you who are subscribing to this channel, thank you so much for subscribing to Stock Markets with Bruce. Make sure to hit the bell notification icon. Looks like a little bell when you subscribe, and you'll get updates through YouTube every time I do an announcement through the channel. If you're a member of the channel, you will get a little logo beside your name, a little bagel, and you can comment to your heart's content. Use the emojis all you want on our live chat twice a day, Monday to Friday. And you will also be receiving bulletins and update notices from me to members only on a timely basis. The next series of announcements you are going to start to get as members of this channel will be concerning our classes. We are going to be, yours truly is going to be launching classes on how to be a smarter investor, how to play the market, what are options all about, stock options all about, how to buy and sell them, what they're about, how they work, how they react, why they do what they do, how to write contracts, how to make a living, how to try to make a living just writing call contracts on stock you're sitting on. We have a lot to cover through these classes, and I'm looking to launch the beginning of them all next weekend, Saturday and Sunday next weekend. And that is the tentative plan right now. That is the tentative plan that in 8 days, the first class will begin. But I can't launch it until about Monday, Tuesday, to be sure. And I'm not doing this to tease you. I'm not doing this to make you mad. I'm not doing this to frustrate you. I'm just being upfront with you guys. This is a huge step for this channel because it really doesn't have anything to do with this channel, so to speak. It's more of a Stock Markets with Bruce, Uncle Bruce venture, but we are using some of this and some of this and some of this to put all this together. And there are a few logistics that are still being finalized here. Jennifer is working nonstop now. We have 4 people getting us ready to launch our classes. And I want these classes to start and work seamlessly right off the bat. I don't want glitches. I'm praying that we avoid any kind of glitches, but we'll do what we can with what we got. And hopefully in a very short order, you will start to get announcements as members of this channel. You will start to get alerts regarding classes, and the details will come flowing out. And once I've got them flowing out to you, you will get a couple of days head start on the general public to become registered for these classes. And then we open it up to the world at large, and away we go. So lots coming, lots happening. Just bear with me. Enjoy the long weekend. Just relax, knowing that after the long weekend, don't be surprised if we start summer school, and we'll try to show you how you can get richer in the market with what you already have. And so I'm excited about this, and we'll see how this goes. All right. Uncle Bruce, did you already talk about how Vlad of Robinhood got his phone seized by the feds? I've not heard anything until now. This is the first I've heard of any of this. I have no idea what it's about. So I don't know. Let's see what's going on. A SoFi low balls were just purchased at 18.35. It's right now, the low of the day is 18.23. So the stock has had a bit of a dip here. Morning, Kayla. Uncle Bruce, play us some Yoko, please. VACQ is $11.20. You gotta love VACQ. It's now 11.25. This is, a nice little level here with, we think, serious news just around the corner regarding probably the shareholder vote. 18.40 on SoFi just popped up 15 cents on the day now. Would love a little RV Bagelhead community, says Andy PC. Please, no Yoko Ona, says Bruce, no. Bruce, why do you have tomato sauce, mustard, and napkins on the shelf behind you? Why do you have tomato sauce? Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about this down here. You're talking about that. I see. Why do I have that? Well, that is actually not real. That is a little prop. This is from the Seinfeld series. Years ago, one of my relatives who knows how much I love Jerry Seinfeld and Kramer and Newman and everyone else. I always do that. I try to pick this up and not drop it. Hang on. I got for my, I think it was Christmas or for my birthday, somebody gave me this little serviette dispenser or napkin dispenser we call in Canada, and these these Jerry Seinfeld salt and pepper shakers. That's what these are. They look like mustard and ketchup. Property of Monk's, the deli that they were using. And they sit very precariously in this little holder right here, and they're not meant to be picked up and moved, as you have figured out just watching me. Let me try to get this back here. Got to put it right back where it was because it's dusty all around there, and I don't want you to see the dust. That's what that is. It's a salt and pepper shaker, and I have long ago thrown away the VCR tapes that I got. I got like a set of 6 tapes or something like that. I think it was a tape set. I'm not even sure. But I kept this. So that's why I have that there. It's just there for fun. GameStop approaching resistance at 200. 203.30 on GameStop. 202.55 range. We'll see what's going on here. Anyway, thank you all. Let's see. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and Bagel friends. Welcome one, welcome all to the channel, guys. I appreciate you all being here today. Let's see what else is happening. Let's hope we make some money today. Don't know if we're going to get much today. Thank you for the thumbs ups. It is Friday before a long weekend, July the 4th, and I really don't expect a lot of you to be here with me today, at least not that long. I could be shocked or surprised. We have 588 thumbs ups, and I do thank you for that. That's awful cool to have that kind of support. 1831 on SoFi right now is what I'm showing at on the morning. And let's see what else about what's going on here. I'm thinking about buying back my GameStop calls, and I'm going to rewrite them on Tuesday. What are your thoughts? Well, I wouldn't. I would just sit on your calls and let the next 4 days, let them depreciate even further. If you have calls that are expiring next week, Friday, come Tuesday, they got 3.5 days left to go, 4 days. So they're gonna depreciate. If you're a writer, you want depreciation. But again, it's up to you to decide how to play it and how you're going to do it. Thank you all for being here. Let's see, other comments, questions. Bruce, I can finally sell GameStop calls knowing GameStop can pop on nothing. And with more news from GameStop student, what time price should I look at? And if it goes way in the money because of good news, what do you do? There's the question. Well, you can write calls that expire next week, Friday. You can try that. Maybe you write 240s or 250s. Or you can write calls that expire like a month from now, maybe 5-6 weeks from now. But those you can probably look at writing 280s to 300s. And, if the stock pops and it goes to 275, 280, you're still out of the money at 300. The calls still, are working your way. But you can always buy your calls back if the shares do take a run and then do a rollover where you buy back the 300s and now write 360s or 350s. For the same time frame or for a week or two later to equal the premium. So you sell them, and let's say you sell them at 20. you have to buy them back at 25, but you write new ones at 30. So what? You lost on these. You had to buy them back. You sold them. You had to buy them back a little higher, but you resold additionals at the same price you just bought these back at, or more, at a higher strike price. That's a win to me. That's another win-win. Because remember, the stock was 202 when you started. Now you're talking about writing 360s, getting taken out at 360 plus the $25, $30. That's being taken out at 390. Not bad for a $202 stock situation. So you always have to keep that in mind. Do not be afraid of being bought out if that were to happen. At least VACQ is going up. We got something going up. We got SOFI up 13 cents. We have 23andMe up 6. We have VACQ up a quarter. NAV at 4 cents. So we have a couple of SPACs going up today. At least something is happening. Let's see what's going on. I don't know if any AMC investors really care if anyone's going to a movie or not. They're not selling their stock. I guess everyone is on holiday until Tuesday, says Ona. There you go. Bronco, I know you like FWAA. Will you give us a quick breakdown as to why this is attractive to you, please? Because of the deal, the merger. They're going to be taken over by SmartRent. And SmartRent is exploding. The company is just exploding. It's a company that literally will take your home and will help you transform it into the kind of house, apartment, condo that you can control off of this right here. Every feature of your house you can control remotely from your smartphone, like turning on and off the air conditioning or adjusting it, timing your drapes to open or close depending on the weather, the time of the year, sunrise, sunset, temperature high, temperature low, a way to control the cost of operating your home. Using SmartRent with just those two features will more than pay for the entire feature, which includes security, which includes access to anyone to your property, which includes the monitoring of leakage of water. This will shut the water off to stop catastrophic damage to your home if that were ever to happen. It just goes on and on and on. Humidity levels can be adjusted. For landlords, this is a huge thing. It allows them to promote the property as a SmartRent home to renters. And if you're a renter of a property with SmartRent, you're going to be addicted to it very quickly. You're going to realize, how did I ever live without this? You're going to have not only the front doorbell, of course, all integrated in, obviously, you're going to have the entire operation of your condo. For landlords who are, let's say, you're Airbnb-ing your place, you want to do an Airbnb for the weekend, you're going away, you can remote grant access to the parkade, to the facility where the workout areas are, the pool access, and the unit. You can grant access to qualified renters. In other words, whoever is renting the unit from you through Airbnb, and you're able to monitor the comings and goings in the unit. And so, if more than 5 people show up in your unit while you're gone and they're not supposed to be there, you can already start shutting it down. I mean, you can literally shut the power off. You can literally tell them to get out. You can shut off the air conditioning. You can alert the landlord to kick these people out of there. I mean, this is huge. This is a huge security deal, and I think that SmartRent is a winner chicken dinner, just from property management to control and efficiencies, and for greenhouse gas emission improvements. SmartRent is the way you want to go. Absolutely. All right. My bagel went green this week. It's so satisfying. Thanks, Bruce. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I work on Sunday, says David. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. What's the price for classes? We'll tell you shortly. It's all coming out. Noob classes, OLS. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Noob classes, please. Let's see here. Bruce, how about becoming grades? Is it possible to get a better grade if we send you a package with fresh apples or jelly? I love that. Love that avatar. Thank you. Got me holding the plate of bagels there. It's beautiful, beautiful. Classes are something I definitely need. I'm in need of summer school with Bruce. Good afternoon, Bruce from Christian. Yep. Back to school to prove to Dad I'm not a fool. Fantastic. I'm hot for teacher. Um, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, Sir Richard Branson, supposed to be on Good Morning America this morning. He's going to talk about going into space. He might mention 23andMe. Might we'll see. You know what he's like. He can go any direction. It's 11:08 for the 23andMe stock right now, but we'll see what happens. The Dow is up 9 points now, backing off a bit from its highs. S&P is up 12, Nasdaq up 70. Oil down 29 cents. Our stocks that we're following are either even or down a little bit. We have SOFI unchanged at 1826. GameStop at $200.79. We have ATIP at 932 down a dime. AMC at 5110 down 312. Gorse 1562 down 36. 23andMe up 8 cents to 1108. Fifth Wall up a penny. Vector up 26 cents to 1122. NavSite up 4. Starboard unchanged. That's where we're at right now. All righty. And what we got here? Phone was taken due to IPO of Robinhood coming out. That makes no sense. There's no need for them to take his phone. No government official needs to take his phone because an IPO is coming. The only reason you take someone's phone is that you have a warrant for it, a legal action. It's the only reason you take someone's telephone. So I don't know what's going on. All righty. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. As I try to keep up with your messages, appreciate all of you popping through here. There we go. I still have a box of VCR tapes and a brand new VCR. I never taken out of the box. Do you think GameStop will go up again to 400? I think it can go beyond that eventually. Well, not today, but yeah. My job gave me a 4-day weekend for the 4th. Instead of sleeping in, I decided to get up and attend Uncle Bruce's stream. Always something to learn. Lobo Blast, fantastic. Looking forward to seeing you, Lobo Blast. I'm just waiting for your confirmation that we're on. Get back to me, please. Let's see. Welcome one, welcome all. Yes, GameStop will go up to 400 and beyond. Just hang around and watch it go to the moon. Media comes out with articles about Robinhood IPO and how they have raised so much money. And then, oh yeah, by the way, Vlad's phone got seized. Again, I don't know anything about this. I'm curious if there's something to this. Let's see what's going on. Does anyone know if the market is closed on Monday? Yes, the U.S. stock markets are closed Monday. I am not on the air Monday. I might actually have a day off. Unbelievable. Just a young boy from Bulgaria, apparently. Yep, we're closed Monday. Monday, we're closed. I hate it when the markets are closed. Weekends are bad enough. Apple is moving, Bruce. Apple is moving. Good stuff. Glad to see that. Glad to hear it. Curious to know as to, quote, why is Apple moving? But if Apple is moving, it's moving, and it's a good thing. I thought I had the quote there, but I don't. Let's take a look at Apple. It's $1.52 on the upside, 138.80. It's going higher. Up 320 on Microsoft. It's moving up nicely too. The Nasdaq is up 65 points at the moment. The Dow now up 18. S&P up 13. All right. Interesting. More and more talk about the variant, the Delta variant. We'll keep an eye on that. Hertz, the new shares of Hertz are trading now, and they're saying that the shares are moving up, and this is a big win for those who helped the company get out of bankruptcy. So interesting. I never touched it, never got involved in it, and I have no idea how this is all going to work out. But for Hertz shareholders, I hope for the best. And for those of us who have to rent cars someday, I hope for the best that cars are available at a decent price and we're not going to get ripped off renting cars. Let's see. One of us here's Brandt is saying, can we all figure out how many GameStop shares we have? I mean, how many have we got in this community? I've got 10. Oh, no, I got 90. I got 100, says Krista. Aaron, 136. Aaron, I got 10. 3, says Bobster. Aaron, mid-80s. I only have 30. I wish I had 100, says Auntie. 112, says our savior, our leader. Let's see. Tell me about it. Maybe next month. Andy PC been putting everything I can into it since January. I've been chipping away at 100 for the longest time. We need to get more shares of GameStop. Yeah, I'm on it. I wish I had. I sold at 260 to get SoFi before GameStop dropped. Sold SoFi yesterday before it dropped to get 100 GameStop. I feel a little bit dirty, but actually did okay through it all. Saver, how did you buy the wrong stock, GNE? Auntie, sorry, I sold my GHVI calls the day they went up. I'm going to buy back in when it goes to 15, hopefully. I sold my initial GameStop from February at 330 back in February, made profit to buy much more, and I've been buying and holding more and more ever since. Rich, hi, Uncle Bruce. When is SoFi expected to pop again? Should we expect things sideways for a few weeks? Can pop at any time. SoFi can pop at any time with any announcement. Any brokerage firm coming out with a buy recommendation. We find out that an ETF is loading up on this stock, or we hear about a mutual fund buying into it, or we hear that this stock is being picked up by a bunch of hedge funds and ETFs. Look out. We know it's a meme followed stock. We get reports that the short positions are too high. It'll take off. So just hang on. I was taking a look at SoFi ETFs, and they have a weekly dividend fund. I thought it was pretty interesting. Main lesson I learned over the years: take the money when you can. There's usually an opportunity to buy back in. Let's see what else. I'm your teacher's pet, says Julie. Good stuff. Let's see. What else have we got here? GameStop, $200.06 right now. So if you have 100 shares and you sell a covered call, then you buy it back, you control. Let's see. Hit sent too early. Don't read that, Bruce. Oh, okay. ATIP calls bleed over 50% yesterday. They took Vlad's phone for the investigation to them stopping trading in January. That's why they seized his phone. Interesting. 25,000 buy orders that went through at $200 a share on GameStop. Sony's doing interesting today after good news yesterday about buying a new company that helps to make Sony games playable at PC. Very juicy. Phone was took a while ago before regarding January GameStop. This was brought to the attention in the IPO. They revealed the info in the IPO documents that they seized his phone a long time ago regarding the not allowing people to trade GameStop and other shares back when. Okay. All right, CNBC's Fed sees Robinhood CEO phone as part of the GameStop trading probe. Bruce, please tell us your class will be run like Welcome Back Kotter. Who will be Vinny Barbarino? Who's going to be Horseshack? Who's going to be, what were all the names of those characters? You remember all the names of the characters? Vinny Barbarino, Horseshack, and, oh gosh, I can't remember the fellow with the afro. He was there. There was Washington. But there was the Latino. Oh, remember his name? Oh my gosh. I don't think you could put a show like that on TV today. And I'm happy that I mentioned to make you laugh today. It was disclosed the IPO filing as a risk, but not because of the IPO. I drive by SoFi Stadium all the time. $18 a beer or $18 a share. Buy the stock. You'll make money on it. You'll only burp on the beer. Dave, ATIP 11 and 12.5 calls for 11.19. Blood red brutal. Damn, SoFi don't make me sweat like this. John Larson, 600, 400. Brent, 514, 10,000. I got 50. I got 10, 300, 100. I got 350 shares at 60. I'm willing to bet Vlad had a burner phone. Let's remember not to be discouraged if news hits that his phone was clean. That said, I hope he wasn't that cautious. I got 6, 0 sold at the 300s, 30 in my ISA, and 42 in my pension. I got 33. I got 50. Who cares? I got 203. Might start to go fund me, but not GameStop. 250, 200 GameStop, 1,500 SoFi. 148 here, 646 here. People have got stock. Uncle Bruce article from the Nikkei mentions Intel and Apple have signed on for Taiwan Semiconductor new 3nm chip technology. I did hear that this morning, that they have the new chips, but I don't know if that'll run the market on Apple necessarily. But it's up 154 a share, and Microsoft is up 288. So, there you have it. I got about 10 GameStop, 250 SoFi. GameStop bought in February, never sold a single share. GameStop would drop about to drop below 200. It is 199.77 right now. Come on, GameStop. It's bouncing. You can take my phone, but you can never take my freedom. I had 8, then I sold at 280 to get IPOE. Well, they didn't seize Vlad's phone because he's such an upstanding citizen. He belongs in jail. Dan Hammer, this one time at Bangar area, I stuck dynamite. Oh, whatever. Sleepy. What if Vlad used a burner phone? I can't wait to short Robin Hood. What? Where? Stop selling GameStop. His name was Epstein. Epstein Jr. Wasn't it Epstein Jr.? Yeah, there was Horseshack, Washington, Vinny Barbarino. There were others. Yes, the class. Dave Portnoy said Vlad was okay, guys, both grifters. Epstein. Juan Epstein, the Puerto Rican Jew. I don't think he could do that show today. I really don't. No one is selling GameStop. The only shorted. Dan Hammer, just kidding. Buy and hold. Never sold GameStop. A slappy toots. I saw Vlad's phone on eBay. Wow, SoFi just went to 1802 and close to getting close. 1815 down a dime on SoFi. $200.14 on GameStop. ATIP 932 down a dime. AMC 5090 down 332. GHVI 1553 down 45 cents. 23andMe 1096 down 4 cents. FWAA fifth wall up 28 cents. Vector up a dime to 1106. Navsite up 3 cents to 1001. Starboard down 3 cents to 1005. We're jumping around back and forth, back and forth. We're up 24 on the Dow. We're up 12 on S&P, up 53 on NASDAQ. Oil down 37 cents a barrel. People in here literally telling us they're selling their GameStop. Still holding, buying Robinhood. IPOs remind me the time I opened an ice cream shop in the Northwest Territories. Oh my God, it's 20 GameStop here. Far more holding than not holding, and a pretty large number of shares, I'm sure, throughout the entire stock of the group of these followers on this channel. I am sure, Dan. Mark, this is the way. It's the 4th of July sale on SoFi and GameStop, 1 day only. Vlad probably called to get what was Hillary Clinton got on her phone. This is the way. The Epstein Bears, hotsy totsy. I'm buying puts on Vlad's phone. Why am I losing money on these stocks when it's a slow holiday weekend? I bought Game at 40, made lots of bad decisions, but that was a good one. GameStop under 200, SoFi almost under 18. These sales are coming out to me so badly I cannot be there for them. Please, could you have a bell to announce the beginning of class to remind me of the good old days? If GameStop was in the middle of a short attack, the drop would be a lot quicker. That's true. What we're seeing is a small sell-off, either institutional or retail. 198.32, 198.50 right now, down 5.86 on GameStop. Definitely not a children's book. Puts on Bruce's stocks. Quick, anyone selling their GameStop at this price point is a shell. I skeptical to review the shares. Got to keep it on the down low. Let's see. Hold on a second. Trying to keep up with the comments here. There we are. Okay. Yep. I smell money. Sometimes stocks go up. Sometimes they go down. But at all times they go. Mark, the only people selling GameStop are the ones creating shares out of their, you know what? I am skeptical to reveal the numbers of shares. I got to keep it on the down low. I feel you. I only have a little powder for these. Got a few, though. I wish I had enough for more. Let's see. Gabe Kaplan did stand up. He was a stand-up comedian in his world. Then he got the TV show. And he's done some stand-up ever since. I think he's done a lot of writing. I'm not sure. Anyway, 10 GameStop, 31.58 on Game. My price. I told you many times this wasn't some quick buck, but it would be month out. It wouldn't be quick. Bought the dip at 145. Anyone hear the news on Apple? It's still going. I guess it's Friday and profit taking for some. This is already 1 month out of step and 2 back. 1 up, 2 down. Time to buy, I guess. Gabe is also a professional poker player. Interesting. Let's see. Is Vlad able to buy GameStop on his phone, or is his buying restricted? Got 60 game, but it's an open marriage. There you go. Good morning, Jen from Zach. Again, Jen is up and alive and well. She's making water for her tea right now. Dan is going, Jen. John, last attack before we go boom. Any word on when VACQ becomes? Nope, we don't know yet, Brent. We are the knights that say it's only a flesh wound. It's only a flesh wound. I've got a 209 GameStop, 600 SoFi, 100 and all the SPACs. Many calls recommended by MD. I'm deep into this thing. I'm in there, John Van, unless it's not. The waiting and patience as a shoulder, that is the work. That is the job. That is you putting the work in. Nothing is free. Vinny Barbarino, what? We're just going over all the characters from Welcome Back, Kotter. We have Vinny Barbarino.
Okay.
Got Horseshack.
Yeah.
We have Washington.
Yeah.
We have Epstein,
Yes.
the Puerto Rican Jew. Of course, Mr. Kotter, Horseshack, I may have mentioned.
Yeah.
We're trying to remember any of the other characters on that show. Then there was the principal, but I don't remember his name, who was always...
Surely there were females on that show.
Yes, there were a couple, but I don't know if there were stars. There was the wife. Kaplan had the wife. I can't remember her name and what she did. I can't remember, but she reminded me of Bailey Quarters from WKRP. She kind of looked like that. She had I thought she had the long hair.
I don't think I really watched Kotter that much.
Yeah, I was just, it was on maybe 5 years.
And it might have just been on at a bad time.
I think it was on when we first got together in '76.
No, I mean a bad
on the schedule on the TV.
Yeah.
GameStop 198.25. Good morning, Jen from John Anderson.
Good morning.
I buy and hold strictly, and that's not a reason to care if other individuals sell. It is something I'm against, but we're Bagel Farm family here. Retail owns the float. GameStop sellers will regret it later. Initial GC, my first donation of the day. Thank you so much. I picked up 293 shares in SoFi at $18. I waited patiently for that pullback all week. Thank you, Bruce. Well done. 1806 right now. Nice score on that one.
I think I know what you're going to have this
We have a monumental thing happening here. It's monumental. It's unbelievable. Went to the store yesterday and looked for my sesame seed bagels. Couldn't find the regular brand that I was looking for. I'm looking around the shelf for anything else, and then I found sesame seed bagels from another brand, and I thought, I'm buying them.
He heard the choir sing.
And we need to make sure they're well toasted.
Well toasted.
Grape jelly, baby.
Jelly.
Concord grape jelly from Welch's on top. It's a happening thing. Butter and grape jelly about to happen on my bagel. I can't wait. Woo! We're going to have fun here. I'm looking forward to that. AMC's getting crushed, they say. 48.50 down 572. 48.73 on AMC. ATIP 928 down 15. GameStop 198.75 down 561. SoFi 1807 down 18 cents. Low of the day 1801. Now 1807 on SoFi. And my DCA is like $50 on GameStop. They got a ways to go. Good morning, Jen from Larry. Anti-PC. Yeah, I am out. Good calls for the last bit of powder. My powder is going in hard on SoFi and GameStop. They're still at these insane deals next week. John Van, sad news, USA track star. Sharon Carey Richardson out of the Olympics, failed a weed test. It's amazing that keeps athletes out of the Olympics. It's pathetic. John, gold medal winner. It is pathetic. AMC 7-2 puts going. Hedgie's just putting more calls. Hedgie's just putting out more calls out of the money to save their butts. They have tons of deep into money calls to cover their shorting. I love how Bruce laughs every time he says the Puerto Rican Jew. just that's what he was. That's what he was. I smell money. Go buy calls on RH Robinhood when they go public. Then enjoy that ride. Let's see. Agree. Goethe. Sure do wish I could get some GameStop right now, though maybe it'll be lower next week. 199.57. A bit more ammo just hit my account. Just my luck. The two SPACs that I am missing are the only two that are up today. The ones I haven't got are higher. Let's see. Air and anti-PC think the days of cheap GameStop are almost over. Let's see. ME is getting hit. ME 1090 down a dime. Gores down 37 to 1561. AMC 49.14 down $5. ATIP down 21 cents to 9.21. GameStop 199.66. 199.73 down 4.63. SoFi 17.98 right now down 27 cents. The low of the day 17.91. Bargoon City here. Fifth Wall down, up 29 to 12.25. VACQ 11.12 up 16. Navsite up 5 cents to 10.03. Starboard down 2 cents to 10.06. Interesting. Remembering the 150s NTPC, when I saw DFV double down at the 150 strike back then, the stock price, I started buying at any price point in the 150s, and even if it gets close to that, I'm still going in all again, fresh and free. I think GameStop wants to lower their stock price to the Jefferies 190 target. I think this is why GameStop management is so absent. Bobster, good morning, Jen. I'll have an everything bagel with cream cheese. T-bone, so many choices to buy dips. Ugh, I want more GameStop if I had to choose. 49.79 more units at 18 SoFi. I think max pain on puts options for GameStop is below 200 a day today. Let's see. I will get to enjoy a multi-grain bagel with you today, Uncle Bruce. I'm thinking strawberry or blueberry marmalade. Daniel, Principal Woodman, Julie Cotter, Freddie Boom Boom Washington, Rosalie Hotsy Totsy, Bambi, and Murray. All the names of the characters. Welcome back, Cotter. Thank you for all the research, the due diligence on Welcome Back, Cotter. The characters. Oh, man. Auntie, hope so. Aaron, imagine getting kicked out of the Olympics because you had a beer on the weekend, laughing out loud. Michael, 1794 SoFi. Eddie, something weird happened to me just now on a buy order on GameStop. I swear I put a buy limited at 197.97, and suddenly it bought at 198.48. Guess the execution center isn't this Citadel. It's kind of weird. I remember when these were the 40. Sadly, I only bought 5 of those. Wish I knew what to do now. Laugh out loud. Still kicking myself. Let's see. Yawn from Nick. Nick, I'm sorry keeping you up there. Zach, they should give you a handicap bonus if you test positive for weed. Max Payne is 210. Uncle Bruce, what's a good strike to sell call on GameStop right now? It all depends how long you want to write it. It all depends on the length. I'm going to put my couch on the road, and I'm going to sell it for $200 to grab another GameStop. I'm getting to that point now. Robert, I snapped up another call option on SoFi, 1250 strike for January 2022, and I topped up my Gores to 100 shares today, eating up all the dip. There you go. This is when you buy, when everyone else is selling. That's when you buy. 1802.03 on SoFi. GameStop, 199.77, $200, 3 cents. Just popped 200. ATIP, 920. AMC, 49.34, down 488. Gores at 15.59. ME, down 7 cents to 10.93. That's what we got going on these guys right now. 199 to 200 on GameStop right now. All righty, pump up the volume, they say. There you go. Let's see. Maybe the GameStop CEO is waiting for his shares to show up in his account mid-July before doing anything crazy. What does a strike price plus 1 mean? Don't know. Don't forget Julie Cotter. That's right. You're better than me, Roy, if I could go back in time. Red Day, I thought we were better than this. I felt like losing or money. That would be great. I laugh a lot. I would have my 100. Hitting the bottom, boys, prepare for the bounce. Okay. I was yawning at you, Bruce. I was yawning at the price action. It's all good. Like Ryan says, buckle up. Here we go. We got 1798. The anti-PC says that's how low it got. 1803 on SoFi, $200.42 on GameStop, 918 now on ATIP, 49.77 on AMC. Gores at hey, Jen, can you bring me another cola too? Gores 15.55 and ME 10.91. That's what we got. Bruce, sticking with the 70s and the 80s shows, you have the dapper, uncanny likeness to Captain Steubing, but have the soul, heart, and wit of Isaac. That's why we belly up to the bar to drink in stock markets with Bruce. The love bird. Oh, yeah. Woohoo! The bagel boat. The sesame seed bagel boat has arrived. How about that? Thank you, Miss Jennifer. Thank you so much. We are looking good.
So I have two things.
Talk to us, Miss Jen.
About. The first I wasn't going to, but you guys were talking about Cotter, so I just wanted to remind you that 51% of the population is female, and there are more girls than boys in school. So maybe there should have been more girls on that show.
All shows.
All shows.
Taxi, they only had Mary Lou Henner.
And maybe they could have had some of these BIPOCs, that make up more than half of the population. Exactly.
It's a changing world.
That was not what my message for today
That's not what it was about, okay?
Today was going to be the message that I know you have people who listen to you when they're on the road. And it's a bad weekend. It's going to be a bad weekend. It always is.
On the road.
Because for us, it's July 1st long weekend. For America, it's July 4th long weekend. There's going to be deaths.
Yes.
People get out on the road.
Casualties.
Forget stuff. They get impatient. They might have had a drink more than they thought they did.
Boating too.
A toke more than they thought they did.
Yep.
Boating too.
Sea doing and all.
Fireworks. People.
Be careful with your fireworks. Don't blow off your fingers. Yeah.
Just, yeah. And I know it's going to be harder than normal because everybody, I actually dreamt last night I was hugging people.
Because of tragedy.
No, I think I'm going to become a serial hugger once we get out in people again.
Not a hitter?
Well, I've always been a touchy-feely person, so I'm going to go more for that loving, gentle, touchy-feely. But yes, I was dreaming about being in a crowd and hugging people. How sad is that?
We got meet and greets coming up, and it's going to be crazy. Yeah. I have a feeling that when we have meet and greets, they're going to be...
They'll be easy to spot me.
They're going to be very emotional. I think a lot of the meet and greets that we end up having are going to be very emotional.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's
such a funny way of knowing people.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But some of these people we know intimately.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
It's amazing, especially the one-on-ones that we've had, that I've had with a lot of you. And on my other channel, lots of 4 years coming up next month in August. It'll be 4 years that I've been a YouTuber on the other channel, Traveling with Bruce. A year and a month now here, or two. So
talking with them.
Amazing, just amazing. Yeah. And through a pandemic, through all this nonsense, yeah, what a time, isn't it? So, it's unbelievable.
Like they said, buckle up.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Going to be a bumpy ride here.
Which one is Jen? She's the one people seem to be peeling off themselves.
I don't know who you are.
What's that? Grabby grandpa and grabby grandma?
We might have to have like a plexiglass wall between us and little hole to shake hands. Hi, how are you? It's nice to meet you. We're not for keeping you away from us, it's from keeping Jen away from you. I don't know. It's going to be something.
We're going to go feed the cat now.
No, we're going to feed that little stray cat of ours. Okay. We got 18.10 on SoFi. It's down 15 cents, but it's recovered a bit. The low on SoFi, 17.90. It's bumped up 20 cents from the low. GameStop, 199.88. $200, 14 cents now. 200. Low of 196.50. So that's better. 913,000 volume on GameStop. SoFi volume so far, 4 million shares. Other than that, what are we watching here? We're watching ATIP at 9.12, down 30 cents. AMC at 49.50, down 4.72. Gores down 42 cents to 15.56, and we have 23andMe at 10.90, down a dime, just a dime. But that is the low of the day. 23andMe is suffering right now on 262,000 shares. Fifth Wall up 28 cents to 12.24. Vector up 16 cents to 11.12. Navsite up a nickel to 10.03. Starboard down 1 penny, 10.07. The Dow up 33.5 points. S&P up 12.7. Nasdaq up 57. Oil down 61 cents a barrel to 74.62. I've got a sesame seed bagel here. Let's go give it a try. Welcome one, welcome all. Got that Welch's grape jelly. Yeah, maybe. That's what we got. Oh, man. What's a cola? Isn't it called a soda? AMC stockholders are filled with paper hands crybabies, which is why the price drops $15 in a day. That's not really true. Hey, Jen, bring the Coke, will you? Or a pop. RSI, all oversold. RSI numbers are all oversold on AMC, ME, SoFi, GameStop, MACD trending up. Prepare for inbound bounce from hell. 1811 on SoFi, now down 14 cents. 201.47, 201.76 on GameStop, only down $2, 260 on the loss. Interesting. That's what we got. A little bounce back. Zach wants to know, Bruce, would next week's short week tend to be more exciting after the last 3 days of downturn? Or as usual, there is no way to tell. Yeah, there's no way to really tell. Companies generally don't do news releases around long weekends unless it's bad news that they don't want you to kind of look into. They got good news, they don't do it on a long weekend. They do it, when there's a regular week. John, Carrie Richardson's the fast and would be the fast world record holder at the 100-meter. Latka's wife on Taxi 2. That's right. Latka had the wife.
Carol Kane.
And then Carol Kane. And then there was DeVito had the girlfriend, which was Carla, I believe. Cheers, right? His wife in real life. If I recall. Ray Perlman. Mm-hmm. Great actress. Of course, on Cheers, you had Diane Chambers. Then you had the next gal that replaced her, and can't remember her name at the moment. After Diane left, but it was a male cast. I mean, heavily male. Although we did have Dr. Sternin with Frasier. I love those two. Oh man, that was fun. Brent, hello, Auntie Jen. A bagel with a soda in a coffee cup. Yep, that's right. Wow, this turned dark. I can't buy or sell or trade on Robinhood at the moment. What's the deal? I don't know. Girls rule, boys drool. We found some sesame seed bagels. Yeah, these are not the brand that I'm used to. These are a packaged brand, but they're fine. They're okay, and they'll do for now. We'll do what we can. I'll take a hug from Jen. Cereal hugger. Uncle Bruce loves a good touchy feel. For no news, why are people selling SoFi? Assuming it's just buyers, sellers. It's a lot of day trading too. There's a lot of momentum traders involved in these. And when you become a meme stock like SoFi, you now attract day traders. And so they'll day trade short to go long. They'll go long to short. Back and forth, this will trade. Hugs, not for Uncle Bruce, just beatings. Oh, she does. She does. Watch out, she's a hitter and a biter. Hug for you, slap. Serial hugger. Americans are very touchy-feely. Oh, man. Spreading the love. She is. She is. Hey, Uncle Bruce, SoFi call January, 1750 Januaries for 5. Are those expensive? Yeah, those are expensive with a $18 stock. Not to say I don't like hugs. She keeps him locked in the basement. Oh, man. Initial GC, thank you for this. Thanks for the new profile pic, Bruce. There you go. Awesome. Serial hugger sounds cool as long as it's not a hard hug from Dwayne the Rock type person. Oh, man. They're too cute, laughing together. I can, if I can attain an Uncle Bruce Auntie Jen kind of love in my life, I die happy. We're very lucky. We were both very lucky. Damn, the fingers those to set off any wildfires. CA needs a break. Let's see here. What else is going on here? Yeah, plenty of bagels on a cruise ship. Let's go on a cruise. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Bruce, when GameStop dips this hard, wise to buy back my January 2022 covered call and go shorter distances. Or you buy back your call and then wait for the stock to bump back up again and then rewrite. I don't have an opinion on Tesla stock. I adore Fraser. Fraser was beautiful. Rebecca Howe. Thank you, Larry. Rebecca Howe. Got played by Christy Alley. Niles, absolutely beautiful, brilliant, perfect casting to have a younger brother for Fraser. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely made that show genius. You never know, Gregory. You never know. Fantastic. FWAA up 29 cents to 12.25. Vector up 20 cents to 11.16. $17.99 on SoFi. $200.52 on GameStop. Woohoo! Let's see. $18 on SoFi. 200 on GameStop. 284. Got a $20 SoFi call for January. On the cheap. Right on. Right on. Almost finished my bagel. So good. $200, 22 cents on GameStop. Down 414. Volume of a million. That's it. Dead quiet. If you're an option writer, you're writing options. These are the days that make you smile. It's a Friday. Options are expiring this afternoon. If you have options dying this Friday and they're out of the money, as these shares slump, these contracts collapse and they collapse to nothing. And you can buy them back right now if you want at very, very low prices if you want to just close out the deal, or you can wait till the end of the day and just let them naturally close out. This is how you get paid and rewarded for being a loyal shareholder of these entities. These companies, they don't make or lose any money if you're buying or writing calls, you're writing call options, or if you're a holder of calls. You don't make a company any richer or poorer by playing the options market. But what you can do for yourself is, as an option writer, you're bringing in additional cash into your account all the time. And that capital can be used to diversify your holdings, increase the holdings you have, just buy more GameStop only if that's what you want to do. use the money to pay bills, take the pressure off of other parts of your life. This is the beauty of being an option writer. And, days like today, sometimes shares will drop too far too fast on an overreaction, giving you an opportunity to buy a call back that you may have written that might not expire for a week or two or a month from now. You might have options out there that are, way out there, and they are dropping by half or 2/3 from where you sold them at. You may be able to take a position or make a move where you buy back calls that you wrote at 40 cents on the dollar, what you sold them for in the originally, and wait for a recovery of the stock later the same day or Tuesday or Wednesday, and rewrite new call contracts yet again at a high premium, high exercise price, whatever timing you like. You're in control when you write call options. You really are. You are in control. During the market hours, you can decide if you want to stay in the game or not. Way to go. Let's see. IBM, they're saying IBM is going lower. Let's take a look at IBM right now. It is down 496 today, 142.28 at the moment. Don't know why, but that's what it's doing. 142.28 on IBM. Let me take a look and see if I can get any info on the IBM company and see what they have to say about it. $17.96 now on SoFi, by the way. $200.45 on GameStop right now. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. IBM. Let's see if we have anything to say. Anybody saying anything about it? Looking at all kinds of announcements that come out. It's like every day, tons of announcements come out on IBM, tons. And got nothing there, nothing official. And I have nothing on Market Watch. I have nothing on Dow Jones. No press release that I can identify. And no announcement anywhere else. So if anybody knows why IBM is under any kind of pressure today, do tell. Let me take a look here on IBM, and we'll see if we can find anything here on the open Google thing. And let's see. Nothing here that would give me an indication of a down dip on the stock. Forbes made an article 2 days ago. IBM stock seems to be overvalued at 145. That was 2 days ago. And 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 3 weeks ago. There's no article here. There's a deal here where IBM lands a hybrid cloud deal with telcos. That's positive news. That came out today. And a week ago, IBM now gushing free cash flow, making the stock worth much more. So here's the opposite of it's overvalued. So go figure that one. You tell me who's right, who's wrong. So I'm not showing anything else at the moment that I can put my finger on this. It's down 475 to 142.09 right now, and I don't have any other nothing else to tell you. I've got nothing else. Kyndryl names Matt Milton president of U.S. Business. This is the new the independent company that will be created following the separation of IBM's managed infrastructure services business. I don't have anything I can point at, folks. If there's anything you can point at, let me know about IBM. Tell me, but I'm not seeing anything specific on IBM at this point in time. All right. Alrighty. My covered calls are expiring worthless today. This is good stuff. There you go. Let's see. Okay. why would you buy back calls you wrote if they're expiring worthless? Well, you can buy back a call, say, in the morning with 4 or 5 hours left of trading to go. You might buy back a call for like a dime or 15 or 20 cents now, rather than wait the next 3-4 hours to immediately write new calls for next week, Friday, that have a little more premium at this point, because they'll have a lower premium on Tuesday morning when we resume trading. So that might be the theory. That might be the strategy. Buy these back at 20 cents, because that's all you're going to get now from now to the end. Write a call for next Friday that might bring you $3, $6, $8, or the Friday after that. That might be the strategy that you employ. There's other thoughts about, you buy back a call on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday that's expiring that week with the stock dropping to score the cheap buyback price. And then as the shares recover a little bit, you write new calls for Thursday or Friday for the next week again, for a higher premium. That's just trading strategies. I can close mine now at $1.02, but not going to. No way it hits 148 today. There you go. Let's see. Okay. Let's go. I'm looking at comments here from people. A lot of people talking to each other, and thank you. Let's see. Welcome everybody to the show. Welcome Dale. Dale, new member. Hey, how you doing, Dale? Thank you. I'm so intently reading comments here that I missed your banner. Glad you're here, man. Fantastic. It's nice to see you here. Welcome to the channel, the show, the gang, the crazies. We're having fun here. I'm glad you popped in to see us and you're joining us too. Fabulous, sir. This is beautiful. Welcome, Dale. Everyone's welcoming Dale in here, just one after the other. Brief. IBM says Jim Whitehurst to step down as president. Let's see, is there anything else to talk about on IBM or anything else? Let's see. Yeah, I bought back my GameStop calls, not expecting it to stay at 200 for much longer. $200.34. Let's see. I just closed my AMC August, my AMC 20 August covered call with $1,000 profit. The strike was 85 as it went below 50, and sold another one for July 16, strike 55, received 400 US premium. Is it any good? So you bought back a covered call that you wrote at 85, and you made $1,000 profit. And then you sold a new one for July 6th, that's next week, at 55, received a US $400 premium. Is that any good? Well, it's a lot closer in. The stock right now is 50.35, so that's a lot closer in. The premium isn't as high as I thought it would be, but there you are. Okay. Anyway, SoFi offers a free AMC share for joining, but on the second pass step, it asks for my Hong Kong bank account. Is SoFi not available for Canadians yet? I'm not sure if you can do it as a Canadian. I'm really not sure. Uncle Bruce, plain English, what's going on with the down slump when it should be sideways holiday weekend? You get down slumps in the morning, and sometimes you get up slumps during the afternoon. The day isn't over, and this isn't an always pattern. Each day is a different day. You never know what can happen. SoFi $17.99 to $18. GameStop $200.45. ATIP 909, AMC 5036, Gores 1552, ME 1095 down a nickel. Fifth Wall up 35 cents now to 1231. VACQ Vector up 14 to 1110. Navsite up a nickel to 1002. Starboard down a penny. The Dow up 36 points. S&P up 12. NASDAQ up 39. That's a record high for NASDAQ and S&P, I believe. And another 36 points closer to a record for the Dow, but not at a record yet, as far as I can tell you. All right. Welcome all to the show. And it's nice to see you here. Okay. And Dale, welcome one, welcome all. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. I'm trying to resist the temptation to flip my stocks and options. Could you please talk about the pros and cons of being an investor rather than a flipper? Flippers usually lose money. They miss out on opportunities. They don't wait around long enough to allow a stock to give them a return. They sell too soon. They sell too soon in the middle of a run when the stock had so much more to give them. Investors, they reap these rewards. Wouldn't be surprised if SoFi closes above 19 or 20. I wouldn't be surprised either. Nick, I wouldn't be surprised at all. 23andMe, why the face? Rubber band man. Flippers lose money. Exactly, Uncle Bruce. So say you had 100 shares and sold a covered call, then bought it back. Do you control 100 shares in the form of a contract, or are you back to your original position of having just the shares? Original position of just having the shares. You wrote a call, you bought the same call back, not the same version of call back. You're flat. You're not long, you're not short, you're flat. You just got your stock. And now you're ready to write another call if you want, anytime you want, at any price, at any time for expiry. Exactly. You just wipe the blackboard clean and you're good to go with what your next move will be. Flippers are for swimming. ME closes 11:24. They called him Flipper. Let's see. Flippers work at McDonald's. SoFi is being heavily shorted to keep calls out of the money. I expect to have lots of resistance through $20. I'm going to need to spend some time behind a Wendy's dumpster to get more money to buy these beautiful dips. Uncle Bruce, I saw the board. I saw the board at GameStop started getting thousands of shares as payment. Showed shares were acquired for zero. For what it's worth, laughing out loud. I'm not sure about that. The flippers are what I call my middle fingers. Fitz, a lot of people auto buy back a covered call if they're up 75% or higher. It's a valid strategy. 731 thumbs ups for Uncle Bruce. Thank you, everybody. 734 now. To keep them coming. Thank you. Uncle Bruce, I hold lots of IBM right now. I'm the only YouTube getting the commercial about being a schizophrenic and learning to become a data analyst. Am I the only one? Dow now down 520 to 141.64. That's just it's just a good buy. Those of you who are looking for a deal, you pick up IBM call options. If you can pick up 140s, 141s, 142s, 143s for, say, later this summer, maybe August, September, October, November, something like that. Take a look at IBM contracts. The lower this goes. I think I just won at stock markets. Bought SoFi on the dip, and then it went up. This is good stuff. Flippers don't make money. Traders do. Let's see. This is the way, says Aaron. Wendy's has a dumpster? Showed on NASDAQ info on GameStop. They know something you don't know. Come on, thumbs ups. What's she doing behind the dumpster? I have no idea. We've got, let's see, IBM down 545 to 141.39. It was 149.18 for the low. This might be bottoming out here. Might take a run back. You never know. SoFi, 1806, down 19 cents, but it's at 1806. GameStop, 201. We're back to 201 on GameStop. Will we break through it? This is what we want to see. We'll find out. Let's see. Just picked up 37 more shares of SoFi at $17.99, 1802 right there. What the flip? Thumbs from John Mann. Dave, yep, lots of open interest on SoFi puts. $20 strike price today and next Friday. Trying hard to keep them out of the money. $20 is the maximum pain theory. I recommend looking at Aster rocket companies similar to Rocket Labs. Lots of customers. August 20, IBM, 145 strike around 282. The 140s are in the high fives. Grabbing 145s. August 20, that might be all right. You might double your money on that, maybe a little more. Just depends on what IBM, how quickly IBM does a turnaround here. 554 down dip right now, 575 down dip. If you can pick up September or October's, maybe 145s, that might be the better strategy. Or maybe you can grab, like I say, it's up to you. If you're picking up, say, late July 141s at the money, 142s or 140s even, that's another strategy to employ with IBM. You take this little dip here, take a position, hold for a month, 3 weeks, a month, a little more, and then see if it pops back to 143, 44, 145, and Thank you very much for the little flip there. You make some money. What's up, Gorse? 1543. What? Yeah, 1545 down 53 cents. 23andMe down 3 cents to 1096. SoFi 1802. GameStop 201.11. Broke through 201. I saw Vlad behind Wendy's looking at his phone. I have 926 units SoFi for nearly 17 grand invested. Wish me luck for the next 5 years. Ilian, you're going to make a lot of money with these. Dave, I know what you meant. I've done the due diligence. Why is there whoops? Ilian, I'm nervous already. I wouldn't be. I would be excited. 1801 on SoFi, 201.10. GameStop, right on. ATIP 901 down 41. Gorse 1550 and ME23Me 1094 down 6 cents. A lot of red, man. What's going on? What's going on? Book cooking. We've got Fifth Wall up 18. We have Vector up 14. We have Navsite up a nickel. Vanik is up $1.52. They're not all down, but some of them are down. Some of them are up. Anyone else investing in Kathy Wood's ARKQ SPACs alone? Calls are cheap. Yeah, I'm not sure. Frank, hey, Uncle B, how do you determine if an option price is too expensive? I'm looking at picking up Gorse January 21st, $15 calls. Right now, it's at $3.80. How do I know if it's too pricey or not? Well, there's 50 cents book value right there. They're down 50 cents on the day. So this was $16 this morning, which would have been $1 in the money. Right now, they're $3.80 on the open market. That means you're paying a $3.30 premium for a contract that's good till January 21, and you know there's a merger coming in 18 days. So I like your chances of making money on this contract, even at 380. I like your chances. If the stock reaches 20, you're $5 in the money with probably $2 premium. You got a $7 contract. You're doing fine. So I like your chances. I just do. Lighten up. Hi, Bruce. Looking to roll SoFi July the 9th at 28 into October 15th at 25s. Is it better strategy to pull the trigger while the ask is around 18 or wait until next week in hopes of a price recovery? So July 9th contract, 28 into October contract at 25. Yeah. Well, yeah. Wait until then. There can be a recovery this afternoon. There could be a recovery in 15 minutes. There could be a recovery next week, but there might not be. You're running out of time on those July 9s. So you got a week, and you're not trading Monday. So you're trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's it. So look for a move up and run, I would guess. That's my guess. With stocks, I've always been nervous when we see so much red. Sweats nervously. Will I am. Those are long-term plays. Call options will most likely go with those by expiration. Brad, so share lipping is bad, but option flipping is good. Share flipping is bad. Option flipping is good. Options are inherently designed for short-term time frames. You don't buy options for 5 years out. You're buying them for results in the first few weeks or months, depending on how long they are good for. So with IBM, I see IBM down 5 something a share, and I go, hey, $6.36 a share right now in IBM. This is an opportunity to pick up a contract on IBM at $100 at 140, 141. And maybe make some nice money here as this thing pops back just $3-4. It goes to 143, 144. I think you can make 50% of your money today on an IBM flip. That's an okay deal. If you're wrong and you've got contracts good for August, September, it doesn't matter if you don't get the flip today. You're going to get an IBM flip. You're going to get a turnover. But the stock is definitely and should be long term, especially if you're writing calls. Stop buying short contracts, they say. Crazy news out of Lytton. I hope you're safe in Creston, Bruce. Any wildfires worse in your neck of the woods these days? Thankfully, no. We have no fire issues here, but Lytton, BC, the interior north of us, about 6-8 hours, wiped out. The town was wiped out within an hour from wildfires. Unbelievable, with heavy winds. Thankfully, virtually no wind here. Dead calm, quiet, and lush all around us. A lot of irrigated area, a lot of lake area. Thankfully, we're okay. Calls and puts open interest are massive for SoFi all through July. Why the face? Why the battle for 20 and 22.50? There's just a lot of people gambling on what's going to happen with SoFi. There's people who don't think it can go that high. There are others who are figuring 30 to 50 a share is where it's headed. And sooner rather than later, obviously, because we're talking July. So there's a war, and it's worth millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, I bet you, is what's going on here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, just bought 600 SoFi, 1797. Nice job. Nice pickup. Awesome, Pat. Due to delta hedging, doesn't buying and selling call options cause market makers to buy sell stock equivalent to options? No, not really. They don't necessarily have to do that. Let's see. What did he say about the IBM flip? What did he say? Was Lytton the place that was setting temperature records? Yes. They were setting 118 Fahrenheit temperature records, and then a fire broke out. It was a windy day, and it was 106, and it just incinerated. 90% of the town is gone. Gone in an afternoon. Absolutely incredible. Devastating. Folks had to bug out. Unbelievable. Many left with the clothes on their back and nothing else. No time for anything. Just popped in to say hi. Hey, before work, and have a good day, all. Olivia, thank you so much for being here, saying hi to us. I hope you're having a good long weekend this weekend. Happy 4th of July to you and all your friends. $199.13 on GameStop. SoFi $17.95. ATIP $902. AMC $49.88. Gores $15.62. ME $10.91. Drew, hey Olivia, how you doing? Joshua too, saying, hey, hi, how are you? Hope everyone's doing well. We're going to watch this market all day. I'll be back on again at 3 o'clock today. Tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time, live trivia tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Join if you'd like. Members only on this channel, members only for Stock Market Challenge with Bruce. So the two channels, the members are going to be playing live trivia tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Looking forward to having you there. We'll have some fun later today. Cheers, says Olivia. Aaron, Olivia, have a good day today. Yay! Trivia, says Zach. ATIP went public and just keeps dropping. Come on, PR department, say something, anything. It's been a month of silence. Please talk to us. Paper up. Are we buying regular calls or covered calls for IBM? You can't buy covered calls. You can only write a covered call if you're selling a call to create a call. If you're buying a call, you're just buying a call. That is theoretically someone selling it to you from a covered position, or someone is just selling it to you. They bought this call a while ago and they're selling it to you here. That's all you're doing. We are on IBM right now, down 693 to 139.99. Low of the day, 139.70. This is a great moment to jump into the IBM, and a real good opportunity. You might be able to make some quick money here on IBM today. You could make money today buying call contracts on IBM for, say, August, 140s, 141s, 142s, something in that neighborhood. You may see a $3, $4, $5, $6 recovery on the stock today. That could give you a flip on your contracts. Maybe you'll pull out 30%, 40%, 50%, 70%, double your money. I don't know. Maybe not. If you hold on for a while through the weekend into next week, maybe the shares will reach 145, 148 again, and you'll do even better. But at 139.80 or so, this is a nice low price. And if you could score 140s, so 141s, 2s, or 143s, something like that into August or September, I think you might have yourself a little gain here. Take a peek and see what you can do. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. I'm definitely getting better with stocks thanks to you. Uncle Bruce, let me tell you the story about a flipper who thought he made money by buying TSLA at 180 and sold it at 300. I had 500 shares and I thought I'd made a great deal. Then it ran for 4,000. Don't flip out. Yeah, well, Credit Savage, what can I say? It didn't do it overnight though, did it? It didn't do it overnight. But, you could have at 300, you could have started writing call contracts. Could have written 350s good for a couple weeks, then written 380s and written 400s and written 450. You could have, but, history. Okay. Bruce, I'm sitting on $3,600 to play with. I'm sitting on 321 shares of Gores. Should I pick up 229 more, or should I grab calls instead? That's the question. All right. Let's take a look here. Gores right now is at $15.62 a share, down 36 cents. So if you can buy cheap enough calls, great. But if you can't, you're just as good buying the stock because they never expire. So there's always that. Already gained 20% less than a week. Way to go, Dave. The Osas, you have a second chance with GameStop. It's okay. GameStop, $199.30, $199.01, $17.87 on SoFi. A little dip coming in again. The markets, the Dow's up 41, S&P is up 13, NASDAQ is up 34 points. That's what we got right now. What can I say? There are deals here on some of these stocks. That is a fact, Jack. We have some deals on some of these stocks right now available to us if you want to take advantage of them. The IBM shares now are sitting down 670 to 140.14. They've recovered from 139.50. But I'm thinking 142.43 is doable even today on IBM. There might be a flip there. Again, it's one of those, if you can pick up one call, 5, 8, 10, make a quick flip on some calls, congratulations. IBM might give it to you. If the news that the stock went down because a president is resigning, that is not the be-all and end-all. That's a tribute. It's a tribute to the president. The stock went down a bit, but these don't last very long. Let's go. Laugh out loud. Damn, SoFi, 1788, 1790 right now. 199.73 on GameStop right now. ATIP, 898. Deal there. That's a deal. That's the cheapest price SPAC in the SPACs that I've been following. And that's a good deal right there at 898 as far as I'm concerned. 199.58 on GameStop at the moment. 1790 on SoFi. That's where we're at, people, as we are watching this market do what it is doing. Thank you for those of you who give me thumbs up. 755 now. Thank you for those. Keep them coming in. I appreciate it very much. That is beautiful. Only 23 on the downside. 755 on the upside. Beautiful job, everybody. Thank you, and thank you. 140.04 on IBM now. Stock isn't trading all that heavily. It's trading at 6.1 million shares right now. It is above average. Normally 4.8 trade a day, 4.8 million. But 140.01 right now, recovered from the 139.52 low so far, about 50 cents. 139.97 at this moment in time. So there's a limited window to maybe score some cheap call options on IBM for a bit of a pop here back into the 143.44 range. I'm still not calling the stock to break even today. You can still make money on it. And if you hold it long enough, you will make money. The question of how long your calls are, though, that's the delicate balance you have to play here. 1788 on SoFi, 199.29 on GameStop. Okay. I grabbed a couple of August 140s on IBM. Thanks, Bruce. Michael, way to go. John, GameStop 199 at 1.2 million volume. Who they trying to shake? We ain't noobs, you know. I buy 600 SoFi 1797 and it drops 10 cents. Sorry. I'll send so the market goes back up. I'll sell, and I'm sure everything will hinges on me. Well, you're back to 1790. You'll be fine. You're going to be just fine on this purchase, I think. Anyway, there you go. 199.21 on GameStop. ATIP back to 9 and AMC under 50 to 49.80. Congratulations to any of you who wrote call options on AMC. 70s, 75s, 80s, 85s. You're scoring right now. Beautiful return. Way to go. The music traffickers, new members. Hey, guys, welcome to the channel, the show. Nice to have you here. Love adding new members in the middle of a down day. That's pretty good. I thank you for coming through here. Fantastic. A Boeing 737 cargo plane makes emergency landing in the Pacific off of Hawaii. It landed in the ocean. Wonder what's happening there. We'll have to see what's going on. Uncle Bruce, have you bought a new chair yet? Have not. Welcome the music. Welcome the music. I don't know if you guys know this. Some of you know, some of you may not. It depends on how many of you watch me, on how often you watch me. But there's big news happening here. Really big news. The classes, I'm looking to start them next weekend. Announcements will be coming out shortly. And by about September, Jennifer and I will be out of this house. That is the big picture, the big plan here. We're going to be out of the house. and we're going to be homeless. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Where can we stay? Hey, Uncle Bruce, what should we do if we have fewer than 100 shares of GameStop? Get up to 100 shares of GameStop and start writing contracts. Puts on Boeing. You buy more in GameStop. That's what Sheepy is saying. I feel like someone is targeting meme stops. They all seem to go red at the same time. Isn't that something? Anyway, we're going to become homeless by about September of this year, by design, and we're going to become nomads. We're going to be living out of suitcases and our car in a way by heading to Calgary by, we think, the end of September, and we're going to be probably just renting. Like a furnished apartment, like a turnkey apartment, an Airbnb kind of thing, for probably a month or so into late October. And it is at that point that we are hoping to, crossing our fingers. This is all variant dependent right now, the virus dependent. We're hoping to head south for the winter by car to the Palm Desert, Palm Springs area, and we're looking to grab a turnkey place down there for the winter. And then we're going to travel from there to see you folks on meet and greets. There'll be LA meet and greets. There will be maybe a cruise out of Los Angeles. There will be flights to the Florida area, meet and greets there, cruises, perhaps flights to cities between the two and elsewhere for meet and greets. All being plotted. I'll still be doing live shows from wherever I'm located. It doesn't matter where I am. As long as I have this computer plugged into a wall and the internet plugged in here, I'm on the air. And I expect to be on the air just like I am now, but different backgrounds all the time. And that's the big picture. And we're exciting. Us too. We're selling our house in September. We're going to go RV full time, says Christopher. Orion, investing, buy more GameStop, because this is the way. Investing to buy more. Fantastic. The secret ingredient is crime. I don't know what that means. We've done the RV life before. We will do it again. We can't wait. Have a good weekend, Uncle Bruce. Thank you. 5 IBM, August 6, 140 calls at 441. There you go. Bought more GameStop, 198.88, 199 right now. That's awesome, Bruce. Good luck with everything. Uncle Bruce, if you want to write a covered call on IBM and with this recent spinoff news for Kindle, how should I think about it? You want to be writing short term. You don't want to be writing long term, so short term. Long-time supporter here to support the movement. Please come to New York City. I got the same ones. We'll come meet you for a libation or two in Palm Springs. Uncle Bruce, would be smart if to buy a put option on your house in case plans change. We'll bring you really great bagels. We'll get together with you. So what we're hoping to do is to be nomads. We're going to be living out of our car/suitcases. So we get to the desert. We have a turnkey place there. We unpack. We are going to fly to Florida for 3 weeks. We pack suitcases and leave stuff behind in the unit because the unit will be waiting for us when we get back. We'll leave the car there. We'll just cab it to the airport, fly to Miami, Florida, whatever we're going to do, Florida, then fly back. Our car is there. Our stuff is there, and we continue on. If we drive from the desert to, let's say we're going to live in Phoenix for a month, we would then pack up out of the Palm Springs area, drive the car with all our stuff, again, just nomad stuff in the car, get to Phoenix 3.5 hours later to our new place, unpack, stay there for a month. That is part of the plan. And we're expecting to do this for quite a while, all winter coming up. And then through the winter, Jennifer and I will decide our spring, summer, fall travel plans and schedule for 2022. We may be flying out of Calgary at that point, and then returning back to Calgary. Again, flying to Europe perhaps, doing a cruise in the Mediterranean, doing a river cruise in Europe, traveling the continent a little bit. I have relatives there to see it, so this is all up in the air. Again, I'll be on the air the whole time, and we will be on the road to different locations around the world doing what we do. Get back to Calgary, again, just Airbnb-ing it month to month, and then we hit the road again back to the desert for next winter. And we think we have 2 years of this. We think we have 2 years of this before we come back to Calgary to theoretically get a permanent place again. That's the big picture that's being assembled right now. There are boxes all over this house that we are assembling. Certain things will go to storage. We'll keep. Many things will not, and we are offloading all kinds of stuff here. And it's one of those purges. You do a purge, and we are going to turn the page into becoming nomads for a while, and not sit on all of our stuff like we have in the last 5 years, and like we've been forced to with this pandemic. It's going to be nice to get out. I had to grab more SoFi at $17.89, $17.95 right now. Sounds awesome. Can't wait for Nomad Life with Uncle Bruce. Larry, come to DC and give the SEC a piece of your mind. Come on over to Boston. John, Bruce is banking on this. I stand behind you, IB. We're going Sizzler. We're going Sizzler. Drew, if GameStop moons before September, who else is going to become a groupie for the Bruce Meet and Greet Tour? Come to Montreal for the bagels. We'll be doing the World Bagel Tour, I think. Michael, you can use Matterport to pick the place, then Smart Rent to access it. Exactly. And I'll be able to do videos about that. How about that? Rob, real important question here. How many bagel shirts do you pack for a trip like this? Exactly. How many do I order while on the road to have to supply me? How about that? YOLO, you only live once. 19,000 on SoFi, 1,064 units now. I'm not going to open my account for a while and let Uncle Boo calm me down from the excitement. I'm going to do that. Aaron, Bruce, you got my thumbs up today because I didn't hear you pushing virus panic, and you didn't insult the conservatives watching your show. Have a great weekend. Take time off and relax. See ya, Aaron. Thank you. Have a great day today. John Van Right. Rob, David, SoFi will refund any ATM fees you incur while traveling. When GameStop moons, Selena says, I say we do a month-long UP cruise, booze cruise all over the islands. And Uncle Bruce, I think that's an Uncle Bruce cruise. Uncle Bruce, you should take a picture of your current background and set it as your background. We're doing all kinds of scheming here. Perry, I scored 145 IBM out to September call for about 335. It's not a 140, but I still think it'll print just fine. I think it could too. IBM right now down 644 to 140.40. It's a little better, coming up a little bit right now. I think you could do just fine. Shibi, when are you traveling as a nomad? We're looking at as soon as we leave this house. As soon as we leave the house, we're nomads. We are offloading our furniture because it's old and ancient, except for a few keepsakes. Keeping, obviously, mementos of the family, obviously, all that stuff. That's going into storage in Calgary. That's automatically headed there. But we will be nomads the minute we leave the house. The house will be put up for sale in a very short order. We're having some yard work done to it next week. We got some painting to be done to it shortly. We have a lot of stuff happening. Again, all behind the scenes while I'm trying to set up classes. And this is why classes are so important. I need to get these classes up quick this summer so that by the time we leave this house, the first batch of classes are done. My next batch of classes will be done when I'm in Palm Springs, Palm Desert for the 5-month winter. We'll figure this all out. So that's why there's so much happening here. It's kind of crazy. You got to enjoy the retirement. This is going to be a busy retirement. I halfway expect for Uncle Bruce to have a caravan of followers like when Forrest Gump went running. Yeah, I was running, and they all started following me. Won't you miss British Columbia? Well, of course, you miss certain things about certain areas, but I have such warm and fuzzy memories about the desert. I miss it more. I miss the desert more than I miss this place, I can tell you. Every time Jennifer and I return to Palm Desert, I go, we're back. That's what happens to me. I just go, we're back. I just so love it down there. You have to be there to know. You have to know. Glad I bought IBM options yesterday to find a slide over nothing today. What is happening? Who wants to buy Uncle Bruce's house? Selling the compound. Ilian got big thumbs, shades, whatever. Perry, I agree. You should do well. Load up on cheap 2024 calls on Uncle Bruce's new house. Papa Gamer, I'll take your comics off your hands. 5,400 of them. And 60,000 sports cards I have that I would love to offload. But here's the deal. Someone has to come to this house and get them. Yeah. And I'm not delivering them anywhere to anybody. They have to be picked up from this place by someone with a a van or whatever you're going to use to pick them up. And good luck to you, because that's what it's going to take. You should do a meet and greet in BC so they can help grab your extra mugs. Sounds brilliant, Uncle Bruce. Good on you. Make sure you come say hello to us Brits at some point. That's what we're thinking. TW merging with BWB and going public. You see the U.S. female sprinter is disqualified from the Olympics for testing positive for marijuana, says she used it to cope with her mom's death. John Van Rocken, Vilbus, later Snowflake, bye, Aaron, have a good 4th. You need a portable record player to take with you. Oh, yeah, this one will be in storage. This guy's going to be in storage. Poor Yoko. Portable record player to take with you. Oh, man, have a good day. Hope you see you in the Phoenix area. What about the Tesla? Well, that's the other thing. You see, there's this thing. There's things, and this thing. And the thing is the Tesla. And the question is, can it all come together so the Tesla becomes part of the dealio? And that's, we don't know. What's the price going to be on this house? What's going to be, how successful the courses be? How's this channel going to continue to do? There's so much. So excited for you and Eddie, Jen, Uncle Bruce. We're going to be busy here. This channel is going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Love living and traveling life. Congratulations, Bruce. John Van, Uncle Bruce, if you get the bagel dividends, do we OG Bagel Crew get any crumbs? Original gangsta Bagel Crew get any? You know, we forced you into that bagel, and we know you made you do it. On the road again, Can't wait to get back on the road again. Yeah, looking forward to this. Can't afford the conservatives, but remember, it's liberals who are woke snowflakes. I don't care. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, guys. What's there to do in Palm Springs? All I know, it's golf, the mountain, and the casino. Yeah, well, you know, it's just it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's a vibe. It's just. Once you're there, and you're there for a while, you kind of settle in, and I kind of like that area to settle in on. Just saying. Anyway, we'll see. I'll borrow that van down by the river. The desert, I've been living in the desert all my life. I've been thinking of moving to Florida. I need a greenery and ocean in my life. I didn't follow the IBM story. What's going on? Are you changing the membership from Chillin to on the road with Uncle Bruce, or driving with Uncle Bruce, or getting the F out of here with Uncle Bruce? Laughing out loud. What are we going to do there? Oh, man. Driving on the road in the Tesla with Uncle Bruce and Jen. Bruce and Jen touring the Tesla all over North America. I don't know. Dale, IBM president stepping down. Can you rent a Tesla? Yes, you can. But, it's expensive. I was looking for fun. I mean, fun. Enterprise, rent a car, Palm Desert, California. You can rent a Tesla for about $200 a day, I think it is, something like that. About $150 to $200 a day. Yeesh, expensive. Teslas might be cheaper in the USA. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy having the Canadian version with my Canadian plate. You have a house for sale in BC. You can afford 10 Teslas, man. Yeah, I'm not in that part of British Columbia. I'm not in Vancouver, where I can get $1.5 million for this place. This house would be $1.5 million in Vancouver easily, maybe $2 million. Not around these parts. Not even a fraction of that. Palm Springs is mid-century modern heaven. John, is there trivia tonight? At 7 o'clock Eastern. We're on trivia for this channel and TWB members only. Yes, come on in. Come on, Uncle Bruce, admit it. You and Jen are running and are going to be on the lam. Who's chasing you, Bruce? AMC Redditors, the SEC, Union Bagel Bakers. Be safe, man, and carry the big smear, the big schmear. If we were on the run, you think we'd be running to the United States? What? After Bruce gets his first Palm Springs sunburn, he'll be singing a different story. Oh, Bruce knows how to live in Palm Springs, Palm Desert. He knows what he's doing. It would be $1.5 million and a teardown to build a new one. I agree. Yeah. This house could be a $2 million house in Vancouver. Yeah. Nowhere near that around here. Like not even half, not even a third. No, not even. No worries about getting swatted with your nomad lifestyle. That's it. We're always on the run. They can't find us. Hiding in plain sight. That's smart, Uncle Bruce. Broker, just hold on to that house. California's moving north. Doctor. Well, I bought more SoFi today. Couldn't resist the dip. 1785 on SoFi. 198.40 on GameStop, 901 on ATIP, 49.33 on AMC, Gores at 15.58, ME 10.94. What can I say? Water, water, water. California needs water. We'll bring some with us, and we'll just bring some with us. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We have old friends down there too, acquaintances from the years that we were there that we're looking forward to seeing and saying hi to, of course. And Sharon will see this afternoon. You betcha. And then it's the USA tour. We are stoked. We are pumped up, and we're thinking of ways to put together the meet and greet tour, and making it work. Yeah, you bet. There's a lot of planning going on. Dr. Walter Bishop, me too. So we'll see. Oh my God, does California need water and no fires? That's right. They don't need that. So we'll see what happens. I picked up more SoFi on the dip, right on 1785 on SoFi right now, down 40 cents. It's a bargain, as we like to say, right now on the open market. Fifth Wall is up 23 cents, and Vector is up 22 cents. NavSite is up 4 right now. The Dow is up 47. IBM, we're watching IBM. Down 632 to $40.52, has bounced back from 139.52 to 140.52, a $1 bump on the stock. And I don't think it's going to stay down here. I think the shares are going to bounce back to the 145 level. And there's a nice little profit for you on some call options, perhaps today, a flip today, or between now and a week from now on IBM from this 140 level to 145, maybe even better. Wouldn't put it past this stock. It's only trading at 23.5 times earnings. There's upside here. There's an opportunity. This sell-off to me is an overreaction to a departing an executive who's departing. That's just me. Anyway, just me. Uncle Bruce, on SoFi, do you think it'll go up a little by June the 15th? I got a lot of calls at 1750. Or should I just sell as soon as it goes up a little bit on SoFi? 1787 is the price of the stock right now. You're barely in the money. You have what are these 715s? 615s. What's going on here? Today's July 12th. So what are you talking about here? Are you talking 715s? I mean, what's going on? Is this a real comment, Bill? What's going on? Bill, help me, Bill. Grabbed 50, got 5. I grabbed 5 IBM August 20, 140 calls at 470. Right on. Let me know when SoFi hits 20. And until then, I'm not looking at it. Bargoons everywhere. I'm off. Catch you later, folks. Thank you, Doctor. See you later, Walter. We'll see what's going on. 1785 on SoFi, down 40 cents. GameStop, 198.72 right now. 715. Bill, thank you for clearing that up. I think you're talking 716 though. If I had to get technical because it's the Friday. Bill, you don't have to sell right now, but you're going to be selling next week. The question is, can the stock accommodate you? Can it pop to 1950 between now and next week to the $20 mark and give you something? I don't know what your cost on this is, but that's what, you're not getting any help today though, are you? I can't forget the Tesla. Uncle Bruce getting a caddy, hitting the road with a tank full of summer school class certificates. There you go. I'm going to sell summer school class certificates on the road. Tacos with Uncle Bruce in California. Oh, Jennifer loves those. Uncle Bruce loaded up with 1,000 SoFi. I'm loving this dip like a Cheese Whiz bagel, baby. I'm loving it like a Cheese Whiz bagel covered in Cheese Whiz. Yeah, that's good stuff. Jermaine, way to go, buddy. Way to go. We'll see what happens here. I think you're going to do just fine. All of you, just stick around and tolerate days like today. Like I say, these are the days where you pick up the deals. These are the days you do your buying. These are the ones. These are the ones where people are getting out. There's no one around. It's a long weekend. Stupid decisions are being made by flippers. You're taking advantage of idiots. Congratulations. And whether you flip out later today or Tuesday or Wednesday, Congratulations too. Dow Jones up 49. IBM now only down 609 to 140.71. This stock now is up $1.19 from the low. So anyone buying these calls on IBM, as I was saying, you're probably up a little bit right now, and you're going to go higher. Enjoy the little ride here. 777 thumbs up's a good number, but it's still kind of sad. We only have 777. We do 777 thumbs ups, 27 thumbs downs. Keep these coming in if you can. Get me to 800, 900. Boy, I'd love to see 1,000. We still have 6 minutes to go. Can you get me? Can you get me to 1,000 in the next 6 minutes? We need 223 thumbs ups to get to 1,000, and there are 784 of you here. I wonder if a couple hundred of you can do this for me. I would really appreciate that. 140.70 on the IBM right now. 140.70, definitely climbing back from the low of the day so far. We'll keep an eye on that. And 1783 on SoFi, 198.67, 198.72 on GameStop. You never know here. Jake, the last time this thing hit 1765, it popped to 2021. $20 or $21 for a brief moment, then you might get an opportunity like that before the end of the day or by Tuesday. You never know. IBM calls, I'm up already. Who knew I'd be in a position to average down on SoFi all the positions? This is not a bad day. Larry, thumbs ups, man. Thumbs ups. We are now at 804. We need 196 more thumbs ups to make it to 1,000. We have 5 minutes to keep begging for thumbs ups from all of you out there. If you can help me out, get this show to 1,000 thumbs ups, if that is humanly possible. 190 left to get as we are trying to get some thumbs ups to get momentum for this channel, bring new people in. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. I do appreciate it. Fantastic. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Let's see what's going to happen here. Yeah. One step at a time. We're now at 140.78 on International Business Machines. IBM climbing 140.82, climbing again. Way to go. Pretend you're an overachiever. Pretend you're and give him a damn thumbs ups. I know the 4th is not until Sunday, but do we get fireworks today? Oh man, I'd love to do that. It looks like today was a buy. Apple and Microsoft to go on vacation day. At his pace, we're going to end up being main shareholders of SoFi. We keep this up. Is it better to average down on calls when the price drops? Yes. Or try to get into higher priced calls, lower strike. Both, if you can afford both. Beautiful. Rough day. 1895 maintenance call. Nav. Nate, Uncle Bruce, it's my birthday. Can I get a shout out, please? 27 years old. Nate B, congrats, 27 years. Man, I wish I were 27 knowing what I know. Oh my gosh. And Jen too. Any issues with flipping these IBM calls today? If it goes up enough, there'll be no issues. You'll easily be able to flip these contracts. They trade beautifully, absolutely beautifully. The stock right now, 140.87. It's going to 141 here. It's on its way. IBM is coming on. Where'd all the SoFi volume go? Dead on arrival today. Shorts seem to always win on Fridays, even at the beginning of the month. Jeez. Christopher, Bruce, I have 2 SoFis in my account, one margin enabled and one without, both paid in cash. How do I combine in Fidelity? I don't know. I'm not. Is everything in Fidelity now? And you want to put everything into one account? I don't understand this. You're gonna have to contact them directly. Dale, margin strikes again. Happy birthday, Nate. Happy birthday, Nate. I bought a 145 IBM call for September. Up and away. Well, I'm $8. I'm up $8 already. Nice. Happy birthday, Nate. Happy birthday to you. 140.77 on IBM. And like I say, I'm thinking 142, 143 could be today. 144 could be today too. This wouldn't take much. Would not take much momentum to pop it a couple of bucks, $2 or $3 from here, giving you guys maybe a 50% return or better on your contracts just today. Would be a nice flip. Bought SoFi 17 and a halves, $1.23 a share. Interesting. Well, that's money at the money. And you've got, a couple of weeks. So see what happens. Do not quit the band. We are playing SoFi Stadium in February. There you go. Teresa, I can now buy calls on Robinhood, but I don't know what I'm doing. I've never bought stocks before. I've only bought stocks until Bruce recommended. Teresa, you got to watch my classes. That's what you need to do here before you do anything. Happy birthday, Nate. SoFi bounce, SoFi to 1783. You call Fidelity, and they put them together. You check margin on the purchase on the one. Christopher just enabled margin. A few days later, bought more SoFi, not labeled margin. Nate, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll call them later, says Chris. Dougie, open another brokerage account and move the other accounts into it. 1784 on SoFi. GameStop, 199.52, a little better. 898 on ATIP. AMC, 49.32. Agors, 15.58. ME, 10.94. IBM, $140.87. Coming on again. Just penny by penny up to 90, 140.90 now, 140.90, inching higher, putting the 140s in the money, and now 140.92, going to put the 141s at the money and into the money. Coming closer, improving, up $1.40 from the low now, up $1.40 from the low trade of the day. Run for your life, get off Robinhood. Let's see. Feeling good about my 270 strike GameStop that expires next week. Free money. There you go. Well done. Free money, and move it around to wherever you want to move it around to. Beautiful job. Very good. IBM 140.80, 140.90 here. Okay, I just called my brother-in-law and told him about SoFi being so low, and he just picked up 300 more. Awesome. 1777 on SoFi. That's the low of the day, 1775. These are bargains on SoFi. 7.2 million traded. That's all. And do not be surprised when SoFi has a snapback rally of $3 or $4. Do not be surprised. That not in one day, but maybe in a couple. Do not be surprised. Are you going to buy an RV or do an Airbnb? What is your plan? We're thinking like Airbnb is kind of the thought process. What we haven't solidified yet is where are we going to be the entire time? Are we going to be in one place for a 5-month rental? Or are we going to shift around a bit, a little in the desert? Are we going to be in San Diego for a month or so? Are we going to be in wherever, Phoenix area? Are we going to do Florida for a month or two and do an Airbnb there? We are not sure. We'll let you know. Get the hell out of here, Bruce. With Fidelity, you can buy cash or margin, depends on what you select cash option. Can you transfer stocks to another account without selling them? Yes, you can. Uncle Bruce, why are the July 2nd and July 9th calls at the 50-cent divide mark, but July 16th is not? 16th only shows 17.50 and then jumps to 20. This is normal, but it is going to change. This will soon, they'll all be at the $1 level soon, and even 50-cent level. Just, it's coming. It's coming. Sorry for SoFi. 1781. We got what's good covered call to write for ME. Not recommending you write covered calls at all right now on ME. 140.86, 140.84 on IBM right now. Now, I enabled margin, then bought after it all settled. I don't know what happened. A good covered call to write on ME is the one you write in a few months when the price is higher. Jake, that is well said. Robert, forget Palm Springs. Come to Fresno. At least stop by so I can say thank you in person. Oh, man. I was wondering, I was saying to Robin, maybe we should do what Kara and Nate do. Kara and Nate, they're a young couple. They're about 30 years old, 31 years old or so. They're living in a van. They have a Sprinter van, and they had been driving it all over America. And they'll drive into a Walmart parking lot and just sleep in the van. You can park in a Walmart, sleep overnight. And then they, they head to the local Starbucks or make their own coffee in their unit. And then they, make themselves a bite to eat. They buy groceries and make their food in their own van. Sometimes they eat at a restaurant, whatever they're doing. And they're traveling all over America. And I said to Jennifer, we could do that. Jen, we could do this. Robert, sounds like someone wants some of those Jen hugs. Michael's Teresa, Robinhood charges $75 for an account transfers. You might be better off to just sell the stock and then buy it back elsewhere. Come to Texas for a 72-ounce steak challenge. Oh, man. Kev, I've heard about this 3D company that can help you find Airbnb. I can't think of the name though. It's a 3D company, 3D imaging software. You can see the whole unit in a 3D format. It's like a dollhouse. It's incredible. What's the name of that thing? Is it called Gores? What's the name of that company? Yeah, I won't be there, of course, because it's like 6 hours away, says Christopher. Michaels. So be sure to have your bank connected to the new trader before you transfer, Brent. I'm in the Cactus Lounge in Palm Springs. Come on by. John Van, Fresno Bulldogs. How about that? Yo, I'm looking forward to this. 140.88 on IBM, going for that 141 price. Let's see what happens. SoFi 1787, a little higher. It got as low as 1775. It's up 13 cents from the low now. A little bounce. 199.80 on GameStop, trying to get back to 200. ATIP 894, AMC 4907, Gores 1553, ME 1095. Boondocking. That's right. We do some boondocking. Michael's, if you transfer from Robinhood to Fidelity, Fidelity will waive the fee. Sheepy investor, oh no, Uncle B, that means you'll never have an ergonomic chair. Oh, but then I will, because well, that depends. Yes, of course. If we are in one place for 6 months, I can buy a nice chair and use it for 6 months and then figure out what's going to happen to that chair. But if I'm in an RV, you see, now if we're in a Class A RV, let's say, we'd have room for that chair all the time. There's that, you see. I can't wait till I need a tax lawyer, laughing out loud. Bruce, hit us with the UOCO. Oh, wow, someone knows Fresno. Michael, they wouldn't waive the fee for me. Michael spells, wow, they waived mine. That was weird. John, I'm north of Roseville, Robert. Oscar, Uncle Bruce, what's the name of the restaurant by Union Train Station in LA? Felipe's. Felipe's dipped roast beef sandwiches. Felipe's brought some SoFi. Way to go. Yes, Teresa, I just transferred my whole portfolio from Robinhood to Schwab back in February. Easy peasy. Also ask Schwab to waive Robinhood's transfer fee, and they will do it. Zach, Robert, Talur, Modesto, Cali is definitely this house. Better load up on bagels and Diet Coke. Best bet, Bruce, forget the chair. Get a throne, man. Kev, I keep throwing my SoFi stock as hard as I can. I just can't get this thing to bounce. 1792 now, moving up. 199.65 on GameStop. Scott, come on to say thanks. I rolled some GameStop covered calls and picked up some Gores shares and IBM calls. This channel has given me a lot of confidence, and I'm seeing some great changes. Happy trails, Uncle Bruce. IBM right now, 140.86. Let's see if we can go to 143, 144 today. Someone is from Citrus Heights here. Robert, I see Bruce forget LA, San Francisco, Palm Springs, Fresno is the place to be. I'll tell you right now. Felipe, the original, got it. Yes, Felipe. Drew, I'm in California as well. California strong. Calls on Tesla RV. Great. I have a checking account with Schwab. Thanks for the info. There you go. 1792 on SoFi. Holy moly macaroni. We're talking exciting stuff here. Let me see if I have something I can show you guys. Not sure if I can show it to you. Right. And then I went back to there. Yes. And then it was right. Yes. That was right. Yes. Maybe, baby. Hold on a sec. I'm just looking something in my photos that I just want to see if I can show you that I might have for your viewing, entertainment, and or enjoyment. Let's see if I can find this, that, or other kind of things. Let's see. Right, I found that. Oh, we know we can do that. We found all that. And let's see. Do I have it there? I don't. So frustrating when you can't find what it is you're looking for, and you thought you had it. You thought, well, it's just right there. I can just see it. It's right there. I'll just find it. It's not a problem. I'll just look it up right now and I'll just show everybody. And then you look for it and you go, it's not popping up as quick as I thought it was going to pop up. Darn it to heck, gee whiz willikers. Why is this happening to me? What did I ever do to you? What can I say? Oh, got it. Bingo. There you go. Right there. Uh, Felipe's. That's Felipe's dip sandwiches. French dipped sandwiches in Los Angeles. That's yours truly. Yep, I got a little bag here. I got a little bag on me of their, I think it's their horseradish. I took some jars of that stuff, but there it is, Felipe, the original. That's just the back of the place, and it is pretty darn good. I'll tell you that. Pretty darn tasty stuff. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Yep. Yeah, I knew I could find it. I knew it. I knew I could find it, and I did. 140.74 on IBM. Go IBM, please. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. It's okay. Uncle Bruce, I have thousands in 10 different lots. If I can sell call contracts, can I pick which lots or lots each contract would be against? 10 different lots. I'm not sure. I don't get this. What this means? When you say lots, are you talking about stocks? You have thousands of shares in 10 different stocks, maybe. If I can sell contracts, can I pick which stocks? Or I would think so. We might need a class or two here. Company was waived. Just info if an answer, whatever. No problem. Hide the screen. Best move you'll make for your portfolio. Okay. And you're like 6'2". No, those are stilts. I'm on stilts. I'm 4'8", and those are lift assists. They're so slick. You have no idea. Let's see what else is going on here. I'm 4'8". Let's see. Got to go to Northern California, Bruce. Mount Shasta, Redwood Forests, Redwood Valley, the vineyards. Got to shop. You got to stop in Mendocino County for Antigen to smell the Mendo air west of one down the coast. We've been in that region, driven through a few times. Gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. We've enjoyed so much the sequoias, the redwoods. Oh my gosh. Bruce is easily 6 foot. No, those are stilts. You guys makes me look way tall. My heart is broken. It's a very short sign. That's true. The sign was like rather short too. Correction. 4'2". That's right. Look at Cool Hand Bruce at Felipe. It must be a short sign. Exactly. Hope to see you there. I will invite you. Thanks. Gosh, Uncle Bruce, you're so tall. No, it's all fake. That looks like a really short sign for a restaurant. Exactly. It's all photoshopped. It's all fake. That's why I was having trouble finding it. 4 foot. So got that backwards. Laughing. The bottom of that sign would be at my waist. Oh yeah, Bruce is 4'8". That's right. Slats. I was 6'4" last year, but after the pandemic, I'm 6'3". I think he was asking about tax lots. Tax lots have a belly. What does that mean? Sorry. Same stock. 10 lots of hundreds each, 1,000 total shares, but each lot was purchased at a different price. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the price you paid for the stock. You just gather it all together into blobs of 100 at a time, blocks of 100 at a time. You can write contracts, 100 shares at a time. Wow, 10 minutes of overtime already. Thanks for the Friday bonus. How about that? The Friday bonus is alive and well. We're on a Friday bonus today, everybody. Thank you for being here and hanging around. SoFi, $17.93. We're trying to get back to $18. GameStop, $199.90. Are we going to hit 200 again? And if we are, can we get through it? We just did, like hot knife through butter. $200.16 on GameStop. It's only down $4.20. It's coming back. ATIP down 44 to 898. AMC 49.68 down 462. Gores 15.60 down 38 cents. ME unchanged. It's $11. 23andMe is unchanged. Fifth Wall down is up 16 cents to 12.12. Vector up 18 cents to 11.14. Navsite up a nickel to 10.03. Starboard up 2 cents to 10.10. We've got some upward movement here. We have IBM now sitting at 140.80 with the Dow up 55 points. And so some of you might just make yourself some money here. Did you just call me a blob? No, I did not. We need more picks of Cool Hand Bruce. That's what we need, more picks of Cool Hand Bruce. It's not easy to do that because Jennifer has to take the photo. I'm standing on these stilts to try to look casual and all together because, I'm really wobbly, and I'm being careful. That's why that sign is there. I'm leaning up against it for support because gosh, if I let that thing, I'd fall down on those stilts to know, that's a ways down. I'll tell you, I hang from the rafters like a bat when I sleep now. I'm 5'2". I know what you mean. Yeah. I know what you mean. At 4'8", it's tough. It's a tough life being this short, but I tough it out. I really do. I don't let people get me down. I hang in there. Do the best I can with what I got. $199.99, $200.02 on GameStop. IBM 170, 140.74. Go IBM. Go GameStop. Go SoFi. 17.92 now on the SoFi. The low of 17.75. GameStop, SoFi. How about a little pop, you guys? You're capable of so much more. So much more. And that's the thing. The first few hours of a Friday, you get selling. Then it stops. But you still get buying coming in, nibblers, and you get bargain hunters. And next thing you know, you have stocks going up and no resistance because there are no sellers. And sometimes you have very good days on dips. You can do really well, like this IBM dip I'm talking about. You could do really well. See what happens. 140.60 on IBM. Let's just see what happens. 17.91 on SoFi, 200 a share on GameStop. Not even 2 million shares traded. I think GameStop has got 1.4 million traded. Yikes, is it quiet. SoFi, 8 million traded now, 17.93. Quiet. The selling has dried up. 23andMe unchanged at $11 on 421,000 shares. It got as low as 10.90. That's all. 10.90 is all it dipped to, a dime. That was it. Gores got down to 15.41. It's now 15.64. 121,000 shares. There's no volume. They're coming back up. They're starting to come back up right now. Interesting. We're up 63 on the Dow. That's a new high. S&P up 16. NASDAQ up 64. We're going higher on the market right now. The markets are going higher. Lordstown stock is halted. Wall Street Journal reports Justice Department probe. Lordstown stock halted. That was the electric company. I believe it was a SPAC. I'm not sure. In trouble the whole time. Not looking good on Lordstown. Yikes. That's why I avoid these. I avoid these kinds of deals. Anyway, I sure believe in a long coat with both of you. Those meet and greets hugs will be awkward with a 4'8" Uncle Bruce. Well, I'll be standing on a chair. I'll be standing on a chair, and then you'll come up to me, and then we'll.
You can stand on my shoulders.
I can stand on her shoulders. You see, there's that too. So there's ways. I mean,
we'll be wearing a long trench coat
together. Jed's face will be coming out just around where my knees are. You'll see her face, and then I'll be up here. It'll be a good time. It'll all be fine. Not a problem. Like I said earlier, 199 GameStop on 1.46 Child's Play. John, everyone spent their all money on the fireworks. I just bought to open IBM, and a second later it was up 64. I just bought to open IBM, and a second later it was up $64. Way to go. You're up. Great. Are you making money? Christopher, wow, long code correct. Laugh out loud, Anti-Gen. Like two kids posing as an adult. He's just a little tippy. Like when we start walking down the aisleway and we come to the front of the stage and I'll get on to talk to you, there'll be a little, that'll be a lot of fun. But it'll be a good time. My brain is having a hard time wrapping around this tall Bruce thing. Is Bruce going to need a booster seat on his Tesla to see out the window? See, well, that's the thing. The seats are adjustable, but you can get these Tesla boosters, and so it's a special order from the factory. But there's ways. We'll figure it out. I mean, you got enough money, you can make it happen. That's why these donations are so important to this channel. Bruce is 7'7", the second coming of Manute Bol. Manute Bowl. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. We're gonna have some fun. IBM 140.32. It's going the wrong direction. I'm telling you that right now, but it's now a buy again on those call contracts. The IBM call contracts are a buy for a little moment here, maybe a little moment longer, but for not too much. I don't think. We'll see. Time will tell. Tesla's self-drive. Thank God for that. Yes, indeed. Of course, I'll take hockey sticks, chop them off, halfway, and I'll use them as poles. I can use one to hold the gas down, the other one for the brake. It's no big deal. You can drive at these heights. It's no big deal. The Twin Towers, laughing out loud. Yeah, Jen, I can just stand on her shoulders. It'll be great. Yeah, we'll have a super long trench coat, and I'll put on a super hat, big hat with like a sombrero, like a big sombrero, and then you can, we'll be going down It'll be great. I'm going to need a step ladder. Just shake your hand. Markets are down. Tech seems to go down. Markets are up. Tech also goes down there too. Why the face? Where are the buyers going and buying? If they're not buying tech, can't just be blue chips. Come on. There's no gas in a Tesla, Uncle Bruce. That's true, but there's the pedal. There's the accelerator and the brake. I mean, hey, it's the gas pedal. That's what I'm old school. Okay, it's okay. Wear pants. Please wear pants. Jeff, I'm visualizing Elton John and Tommy wearing 2-foot-tall work boots. Well, that's kind of weird. Yeah. Zach, the second coming of Manute Bol is his son, Bol. This is my dad. This is my uncle, Manute Bol. This is his son, Bol. We know you're just on Jen's shoulders under the coat. We know you are. You're not fooling us, KB is saying. You're not fooling us. Yeah, you 4'8" guy. You're standing on her shoulders. That's what you're doing. Zach, it's true. Big Sur is a must-see. Santa Cruz has land of the medicine Buddha. Find the Hare Krishna temple. Food there is hyper delicious, and everyone shares pure friendliness. The plants smell so sweet. Oh my gosh, California! It's a unique place. I'll tell you that. 140.20 on IBM. It's getting to be a buy on those contracts again. Uncle Bruce, I got the platform with the fish insides. I got the fish inside the platform shoes. You'll be great. BW Bruce, before you buy a Tesla, you might want to go to Disneyland California Adventure and try out electric vehicles in Cars Land. I remember taking that ride in Epcot Center. They had the General Motors thing with those cars. And there were like 2 people in the front, 2 people in the back, I think is how it went. And they went through the circuit and stuff. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that ride. It'll be weird calling it battery pedal. Auntie, I'm always amazed when I find someone else who's watched Tommy. It's like a rare bird. BW, second thought, maybe Disneyland isn't right for you. Tall enough to ride most of those rides, unless it's Dumbo. You might not, you might be disappointed. Don't be going unless you're wearing platforms. You can get away with it. Yeah, you got to be careful there, Bruce. Don't let them hurt your feelings. Spinny cup ride. George Foreman has 5 sons named George Foreman. There you go. That way he never forgets the kids' names. George. Oh my goodness gracious! I just don't know what to think. $17.99 on SoFi. Are we getting back to $18? It's trying to. $17.99 on SoFi. 8.29 million shares. 1802. Boom! Booyah! Anybody buy SoFi under 18? You're at 1802 and climbing. 199.59 on GameStop. Come on, markets. 909 on ATIP. It's going back up. That's interesting. Yes, let's see if this market wants to kind of give us a bit of a pop. IBM right now is 140.29, and daughter Georgina. That's so when his wife yells at him, he can ignore it. There you go. Epcot Universe of Energy. That was a neat ride. Just saw a Washington Post article about a Tesla Model S Plaid that erupted into flames, and the electronic doors failed and locked the driver in. Scary stuff. Wait for the details. Just chillax. Let's wait for the details because there are manual releases for the doors, by the way. This fire thing, let's just calm down, Chester. Let's see what this is really all about. When you played Punchy the Clown for most of your life, having the same name for all your kids is probably the smartest thing his wife could have done. Exactly. George. Where's George? George. Good move. Christopher, perfect. I'll buy one. Anti-PC. John Van, aren't you glad you didn't buy any SoFi calls today? 11.14 on VACQ. Right now, IBM is sitting at 140.39, coming on again. SoFi, $18. GameStop, 199.88. On a dark desert highway, cooled wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Yes, John, man. We are going to say goodbye. I've been on for an extra 22 minutes today for free, and I love you for it. IBM calls, 140 strike price, July 16, 230, okay. 230, 140. I'd take a shot at them, but you'll be out of them by Tuesday, Wednesday, but take a shot at them. Yeah, take a shot. If you can afford it, take a shot. The stock is, 140.41. Up a little more now, so grab them. Yeah, take a run. Have a great day. You might sell them later today for $4, $3.50, $3.75. take the money and run. Thank you. Nice move. You get that the stock up $2 or $3 from here, take a flip and go. That's all you need to do. Take a flip, take your money off the table, wait till Tuesday to see what you do next if you do anything. Anti-PC, Jeff G. My hippie mother actually took me to see this movie when I was 8. I was disturbed for a few weeks after that. Freethinker, here in Rhode Island, a large amount of people live their whole lives without leaving. You can get anywhere in the state in an hour. It's crazy. Where are they going to be playing the most popular sport in the world in one of the most famous cities in the world? SoFi Stadium. I'm Ron Burgundy. NSH, hopeful for the late Friday announcement to break slow trading day. SVAC2, that would be nice. Well, we'll see what happens. 1803 on SoFi. $200 a share in GameStop. I just saw pop again. ATIP at 904. It's up over 9. Gores at 1560. That has bounced back from the low of 1541. 23andMe 1096, only down 4 cents. Very quiet there. No problems there today. Let's see what happens. Okay, well that's it for me. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'll see you at 3:00 this afternoon. And let's see if we can make some more money then. 140.44. Let's see how the IBMs are doing this afternoon when we get back. In the meantime, have a good morning and afternoon wherever you are in the planet. Thank you for your support. And we'll catch you at 3:00 this afternoon for some more fun. Closing out the day, closing out the week. Don't know if there'll be a drinking game going on or how many of you guys are around. How many thumbs up? See you later, Bruce. See you later, Bagel family. Extra 20-minute wasn't free, Uncle. We never get this time back. I'll see you later. Hopefully greener. That would be nice since my contracts have dropped. Me, Freethinker, thanks, Uncle B. Thank you, Freethinker. McJones, donation, thank you. Have a great break, Uncle B. We'll see you later. What it means. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one, folks. See you this afternoon. The final thumbs ups count right now, 870 thumbs ups. Thank you for 870, only 130 away from 1,000. Keep them coming in, guys, even after I'm off the air, especially those of you watching rerun. I would appreciate that. Later, all from Michael, bye from Jen. Bye, Jen, from Christopher. Thank you, guys. 1802 on SoFi, 199.55, 199.60 on GameStop. We'll catch you at 3:00. Okay, thank you. Says BW. There it is. Bye.